Side by side blog live. Side by side. Side by side blog live.
Hey, hey.
Side by side.
Side by.
Side by side blog live. Side by side. Side by side blog live.
Dang, I like
That's
that
a little
little thing
remix
you did at
version.
the
It's
end
just a
there.
little
So
remix
that
version.
deserves
Remix.
that deserves some laughter. Oh my gosh, that was so loud.
Okay, so welcome everybody to episode. Is this 10?
Episode 10, dude.
Is it 10? I
Would
don't
you
think
look
it's
at that?
9.
What did you
Okay,
label
well,
it?
whatever.
I labeled it as 9, so
Ooh.
hopefully
Welcome
it's
to
9.
episode 9, the one before 10. It's just beautiful.
One of the episodes of Side by Side blog live is today.
Yeah,
and this is it.
You're not wrong.
So today's almost a fifth. If you take the fifth and you add 5 more, boom, you got 10. But if you subtract 1, boom, you're at 9. Episode 9, baby.
We're somewhere between episode 9 and 10.
I don't think it really matters to
Nope.
anybody. Nobody's keeping track of these things.
You remember when you guys used to label the
The videos.
videos? Episode
Oh,
77.5.3.
We lost track at probably like episode 5.
Yeah.
And then they just
We're
got
just
all
like,
messed up from
yeah.
there.
Remember you saying, "What is this?" No one cares because 72 people watch this month.
Turns out it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's good to
Okay.
be back, though. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
One thing that I do miss about this whole experience is hearing you guys directly in my ears.
It's
Yeah.
like you guys are, we're close, but this is about as close as we can get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
really
guys are-
in my head. Yes.
Every little snap of the lips,
Oh,
it's all there.
my gosh, man. We have such a list of things that have happened and things that are happening going forward that I don't even know where to start.
Where to begin?
There's nowhere to start. I don't know the last time we had one of these, really. It was a long time ago.
about
It was.
About January, feels like.
I remember the last time we were teasing Camp Razor.
Okay.
We were like pre-Mud Life. We didn't have that unit
No,
yet.
Oh
that wasn't
my
even
God.
a thought, I don't think.
I mean, it was a thought.
Was it, though?
Some people work really hard behind the scenes to get these things done. Just saying.
Is it
Anyway.
Is it Danielle?
Oh gosh. So where should we start? You guys want to talk about Mud Life?
Sure,
That
yeah.
whole experience so
Let's
far?
dig into Mud Life, dude. Let's see
Okay.
what the mud's all about.
Mud Life, 2019 Polaris Crew, High Lifter.
Yeah, man. So our idea
XP.
with that was, right, everybody was just inviting us to these mud events, and we just didn't have mud machines to go to them.
Yep.
So we said, man, we got to get a freaking mud machine.
Sure.
Let's build one.
Right. We can't all get mud machines because that's too many machines. It's too much money. So what's the perfect solution? A 6-seat freaking Ranger. Seemed ridiculous at the
Boom.
time.
Super ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't think people were into it right off the bat because it was so different than what we're normally doing. But
Yeah.
gotta say, man, it's been an awesome freaking experience with that unit.
So since we've been sending it in mud holes and now more recently into dunes, I'm really learning to love this machine.
Yep.
It's a good machine. It's a good machine. Level of fun that come out of the mud/sand machine, pretty much unlimited. Pretty much it'll make you feel so many different ways in one day.
Yep.
You just don't know what to do with yourself.
It gets better every time.
From being out of fire to on fire, all in between is fun.
A limousine of fun, dude.
The height adds in just enough sketchiness
Yep.
to make everything, pretty interesting and pretty exciting.
Yep. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
it feels like you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
Pretty much every corner.
I agree with that.
I'm not even sure we've had it on 2 wheels on flat. Like, obviously, I flipped it, but
It's not really unstable. It's
No.
just a funny feel. It gets in your head.
Yeah, because
You
you're
know.
towering over the ground. It feels like you're
like
in a
you're-
semi-truck.
like you're an OG Maverick with 35s or something.
35s,
You know. I'm kind of bummed, though, that we're getting into wintertime because, we're not going to have much for mud events, at least
Yeah.
anywhere
No.
near us for quite a while. And I really haven't gotten, my fix of that machine yet. We've been on a couple rides with it, taken it a couple places. But,
A real freaking mud time.
yeah.
Yeah. That mountain strip was pretty
The Mounds was pretty good, dudes.
pretty awesome. Like, that was pretty fun.
It's super cool just to be ripping around with a bunch of your buddies, just
Yeah.
jamming tunes and
Just
Yep.
freaking mud holes.
listening to 80s music, just giving her, dude.
Just
Yep.
jamming
Just
mud holes
jamming
with your
mad
friends.
holes. Just mobbing holes, dude.
Oh, yeah, so speaking of mobbing, Doug's picked up a new word that
Oh,
he
yeah.
might inject
I might
throughout the
see.
podcast.
You guys are gonna like
Live
this.
stream.
You guys are gonna like this.
I'm
dude.
gonna save it up for a little while.
Okay.
I'm gonna save it up, and it's gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna hit you hard.
You'll know it when it comes, dude. You'll know it when it comes.
But yeah, man. So Mud Life, yeah, awesome freaking time with that thing. We had an awesome time in the dunes with it, surprisingly.
Did a
Like,
great job.
It was like the perfect work machine for the dunes.
You guys will see when the videos come out.
Mhm.
Like, it turned out to be way more dune capable than I think we expected it to be. So we ended up doing way more duning with it than we expected to do, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I hit a couple transitions on it, like, believe it or not, when I was alone without you guys. I'm not even sure I told you about this, but
Okay.
doing like the over the peak transitions.
Yep,
I sent that thing a few times. It is awesome.
I'm not surprised.
The front sway bar was making some noise.
You're
Yeah,
gonna have
interesting
some
ones.
noises.
she clunks a
Yeah.
little, but
I mean, the geometry's all off. It's super bad.
Something's not adding up, dude.
gosh, yeah. So we got some more work to do to that thing yet. It's not done. It's not even
Right.
really through the original phase of the build.
Not even close.
It's just been, time constraints getting all this stuff lined up. We've had so many things going on the last month and a half, but there's quite a bit more to come for it. So that's going to be a cool unit, and maybe the next, month or two as the weather kind of degrades here will give us more of an opportunity to finish that thing up. But
Transition into snow life.
Get a nice cab, dude. Fabric roof, a heater, windshield wipers, dude. Turn it into snow life, baby. What if we got some tracks for it?
oh my gosh,
Tracks and portals, does that even work together?
yeah,
Because it's gonna.
nearly has to happen.
It's gonna.
We should talk to our friends
At tracklife.com.
Track Life Productions.
Tractors. Can you imagine that though? Full cab with the heater and tracks on it.
I think that'd
Just
be
out
pretty
mobbing
much
the river?
ultimate, dude.
You could just. He pulled it out.
I just slid it right in there.
I wish I could run a replay. Just out there mobbing the river.
So we're out in Glamis and we're hanging out with our buddy Benny Brappo, and he uses this word mobbing, and it just like a little trigger went off in my head. I was like, oh, I love it.
I saw it happen. I saw the trigger. He said it, and Doug goes,
What did you just say?
What are you doing? Can you describe this action of mobbing?
I like that. Yes, I like that.
That's Nick Seuss's real voice coming up, by the way. I heard it a couple times on the trip.
Yeah, I like that. Frickin', I can't stop thinking about the tracks now.
Yeah, tracks on the river would be tight.
Can you imagine?
Could
how
you drift
cool
with that?
thing would
I
look?
think you can. Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't
people.
see why not.
Yeah, dude, I've seen videos of people doing donuts with the frickin' trucks.
Tight.
Wow.
Done.
Yeah.
Can we do donuts with the Mud Life?
We got to work on that.
How many sets of tracks could we have bought if we just would have parlayed the money from Camp Razor into tracks?
150,000.
Like 3 sets of tracks?
I don't know how much tracks are these days. I haven't looked them up since 2005.
I don't know either, but I know Camp Razor was an expensive trip.
I don't want to parlay too quickly into that either. We'll
let's take
slowly
it. Let's
ease into that.
take it back a couple notches.
Okay, so a couple things that we're looking forward to with Mud Life. A proper tune. So we have to
Proper
send
tune.
the ECU off because it's not been cracked yet by Evolution.
Ooh, cracking the code.
But those things, they expect to pick up big power on
Yep.
that machine, right? So that's got the one, or it's the same situation where it limits the throttle opening.
Yeah.
I think was it the 900 Razors that did that? I don't remember, but it's only like 70% throttle, just really conservative tuning. So that's going to be exciting. See if we
That'll
can
be
just
sweet.
break more parts.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Sure.
far that belt has been a pure champion.
Yeah, I think the winner of that machine for sure is the belt.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the video, but we towed people in the dunes for a very long time, went up some very steep hills, and that belt has been
Unbelievably
That's like the
good.
last thing I think about when I drive that thing is the belt.
yeah.
You know what else was real star? Those freaking whips, dude. I
Oh
can't
my
stop thinking
God,
about
the
whips,
whips.
dude.
5150 whips,
I
man.
think I'm just gonna put whips on everything I own, dude.
Yeah.
You need 'em.
Lawnmower, truck, dude.
A lot more whips.
Skidster, dude. Put it on the dually. Let's dually. Let's put them on the trailer, dude. Let's put it on the trailer.
It would be sweet.
Those are so funny, man, because around here, the lighted whips, there's not as much use for them.
Mhm.
So you really don't do, you can't ride the dunes at night. Our
Mhm.
trails are pretty tight, so things sticking up in the air just hit the trees. And,
Right.
so you don't see them all that often. I didn't really fully appreciate them until we got out doing night rides at Glamis.
Turns out.
Just realized how necessary they are.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, just to not get run over.
Like, we thought going into this, the whips would be like quintessential dorky mud machine.
Yep.
Turns out I felt incredibly inadequate without whips.
Yeah.
At the dunes.
Seriously.
Like, we were
100%.
thinking, okay, maybe we'll buy whips. And then I don't have any time to wire them up. And they're expensive too.
Yep.
And we were considering it.
Yep.
Didn't do it.
No, it was.
I would have gone with the whips for that trip.
They're awesome out there.
100%.
And what was cool too is if you're in a group and you get split up and you're communicating with somebody,
Yeah.
and you say, "Hey, just look for these color whips." You can throw them on some crazy pattern, and you can, pick your buddy out of a crowd pretty easily.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know?
Think about that.
Yeah.
Whip life, dude.
Just
It's
imagine-
the whip life.
Imagine when you can start scrolling words on the whips.
Yeah.
That'll be next level whippage.
It's coming,
Side-by-side
dude.
blog
It's
whippage.
coming.
Wow.
I've seen it on the internet. It's coming.
Smeared. You know what else happened in Glamis that I, really didn't put much thought into, but then once we experienced it, realized like it's just absolutely essential going forward is communicators.
Oh my god.
my god.
Don't even get me started.
Don't even get them started. On how many people have been telling us that?
Okay.
Seriously, man.
Yeah, Turbo Brian bought us.
Bless his heart.
What is
Bless
it?
his
Senna,
heart.
Cena, however you say it.
Cena.
Whatever.
I think there's
Yeah.
Senna in my heart.
There's Cena in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, communicators for everybody. Got them for everybody. Hooked them up. Dude, they are the awesomest thing of all time.
Pretty much made every ride 100 times better because
Absolutely.
you could actually hear what everybody's thinking and doing at the time. Like something crazy happens, and then you could feel and hear the reactions.
Yep.
So funny.
You see you see the thing happen, you hear the reaction, or something happens and you're warning the people behind you.
Right.
And just talking trash the entire time. We would go on rides, that were an hour long, and there was like never silence.
It
No,
was
just
freaking hilarious.
constant jabbering. It
Yeah,
was
just-
hilarious.
just
It was
talking as-
hilarious.
Send it, dude. Come on, send it, pussy. Come on, dude. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't. And we were like racing back from Olds one night, like just going way too fast on Sand Highway. And it was like a legit race.
Yeah, it was a legit race. I won that race. Somebody cheated.
I don't think
It's not how I remember it,
No.
but
2 out of the 3 people here got red flagged.
oh,
What? Because the person.
Oh, because there was a crash on the friggin' thing, and you just
yeah,
blew
you just
past-
go.
Yeah, you just keep going. Dude.
What do you do in a regular race? If there's a crash, do you stop and
Yeah,
say,
they
"Oh,
call
are
it a
you
yellow
okay?"
flag. They go, slow her down, Baba.
no
Slow her
yellow,
down.
no yellow flags in Glamis.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, those things were awesome, man.
Yep.
What do we have? 6, 7, 8 people probably all hooked in on the same channel, just ripping around.
So fun.
Oh my gosh.
100%. If you don't have communicators or whatever,
Yeah.
do it.
Spend the money.
I feel like everyone does have it, except for us.
We're the only idiots.
We just found out about this.
And it took
You guys ever heard of Rugged Radios? They've been around for a long time. PCI, maybe? I don't know.
it took not only Turbo Brian bringing all the communicators, but literally wiring them into each of our helmets. Like none of us would take 10 minutes, and he walked around grabbing everybody's helmet and putting it in and turning them all on and just forcing us to use them.
So talking about true champion of the trip, Turbo Brian.
Oh my gosh, man.
B, dude. Not
Yep.
Taco Bell, because we had a lot of that. Turbo Brian.
Right. Two of my favorite things have the initials TB. Taco Bell and Turbo Brian.
Seriously, man.
Yep.
Always fun time with that guy. I was super glad he made the drive again. So if you're out there, Brian, thanks, brother.
If you're listening, Brian, Doug will send you a funny sound effect right now.
Oh no, these are all rude sound
Just close your
effects.
eyes and hit it.
Like scared there.
That's how that's supposed to do.
The first ones right on top are pathetic loser, epic fail, and you suck.
I'm glad you
All
didn't go
not
with any
good.
of those. I'm glad you didn't go with any of those.
So let's try to stay on board. Here's what we were talking about. So we were on Mud Life. We were talking about all the things that we've done to it, right?
Yep.
Whips are awesome. Stereo was awesome. The giant wheels and tires are awesome from our friends at System 3.
Yep.
BA setup, bro.
Yep. Absolutely. Those tires worked excellent on that machine
Mm-hmm.
in the sand. They floated it so well. And Nick alluded to, we had to do some towing out there, tow a machine through some really soft sand. And they were so big, the footprint of those things just floated that thing so well. It didn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
No.
even matter. So
You could stop mid-face on a dune and then just keep going.
it would just chug up it.
Yeah.
4-wheel low, just go anywhere.
I was in high a lot of time. Maybe that was a mistake for me.
No, I was in high everywhere except for when we climbed
Oh,
the big hills.
the hills.
I don't want to ruin the video, but
Man, it's okay.
I mean, it's just a bunch of hills out there. So.
Right.
They're all hills.
Hey, there's a bunch of hills.
we climbed some big hills. We
There's
threw it in
stuff
low for
out there,
that.
dude.
It was good though.
Just a big stuff out there, dude.
Man, so what else?
The other thing that's been really cool, and we haven't, I don't think, showed it on video yet, is the tiger tail.
Oh yeah.
that we've got on that
Ooh.
machine. So we threw that on just before race day, and it's been really busy since then. So we haven't gotten a chance to talk about it yet. But
I mean, they saw it freaking tow a Duramax off a racetrack.
yep,
Yeah, that did happen.
That was
Yeah.
with a Tiger Tail.
okay, that was in the video.
That was
So
a
yeah,
Tiger Tail.
those guys hooked us up with their Tiger Tail. I think it's UT. It's the heavy duty model we put in the back of Mud Life, and we've used it a lot,
Uh-huh.
pretty
Multiple
severely,
times, yeah.
a couple times, and it's been really tough. And it is just ultra convenient to have.
Yeah, so if you don't know what a Tiger Tail is, basically it's just like a retractable strap that's got a clevis on one end, and then you hook this mechanism into your receiver area, and then it just ratchets out, what is that, like 10, 15, 12 feet,
Yeah, I
something
think it
like
might
that.
be 12 feet. That
Yeah.
rings a bell, but
And so you pull it all the way out, and you're ready to tow right there. And then when you're done, you unhook the clevis from the person that you're towing or whatever you're towing. It just gets sucked back in automatically.
yep, reels back in, and
Mhm.
yeah, good.
It's a Tiger Tail.
It's
Super
pretty cool,
strong.
man. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's freaking awesome.
It helps keeps tension on the strap. If you're pulling and the guy behind gets the strap a little bit loose, it just pulls it in, keeps the hook on.
Right. Yeah, that's a
Slick
good
little
point.
unit. So yeah, you guys should check them out.
Tiger Tail.
Remember when Brian blew up his freaking belt
Oh, at Dumont?
at Dumont,
Yep.
like freaking 200 freaking yards away from the truck? We had to Tiger Tail it.
Tiger tail it back.
Yeah, so he has a Tiger Tail on his Max, and that's how we found out about it, right?
Yep.
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 Okay,
That's
yeah.
that's where I first saw one. So
Suckers are tight, dude.
Good unit. That
Useful.
guy, he knows a lot of little secrets.
yeah,
He does. He knows all the secrets.
he does his research,
Yep.
man. He finds the cool little tricks for sure.
Yeah. What else does he
So-
have that's cool? He's got those little door guards from
He's got the door guards,
like
dude.
AF. Does he have like an under seat compressor as well?
He has an underseat compressor. Oh,
Yeah.
he has yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Talk about little tricks, bro.
What about his freaking
cool stuff.
hitch that tells you how much tongue weight's on there?
Oh my
yeah,
God.
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
next level pro. I hardly even strap my machine in like properly. Like sometimes I'm rolling around with one strap. What do you want me to do? Okay. What do you want me to do?
I'm busy.
This guy's got a freaking weight on his hitch, dude.
Yeah, I remember that. That
Little
was pretty
gauge.
cool.
That's
Yep.
pro, dude.
Good stuff.
Turns
man.
out we're not pro. Far from it.
We're barely even amateur.
There's a lot of little details that we could be better on.
Yeah.
You don't want to know some of the stuff that we do.
Some of that is just a function of just trying to cram in a lot of things.
Yep.
So we just rarely have the time to properly prepare for things. And it's embarrassing at times, when you
But
get
true.
somewhere and are, blatantly underprepared to try to explain to someone, well, I just didn't have time to do these very basic things.
That's
It's more focused on getting there.
This freaking.
Seriously, man. Yeah, good stuff, though. There's
So-
some other little things we need from Mud Life. We need a lot of just, like, towing and recovery accessories,
Yeah.
For serious mudding. Just got to get on that here soon, but...
Wow. Yeah.
She's
So,
a real rig, though. I mean,
Mud Life's coming together, really, at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's what this all means.
We're gonna do a lot with it. We have a lot of fun every time we take it out. So,
multitask life, dude. That's
Yeah.
what that machine is.
It's
Yep.
a true, I hate to use the word UTV.
oh my,
Hey,
You're
Yeah,
not
use
wrong,
that.
though.
a what?
Ative la viaca.
I feel like we need somebody just to sit in the corner with the buttons and
Just wait for
Just
something
know
stupid to
that.
We
happen.
could keep
Yeah,
someone
wait
in the
for that.
closet right there.
Hey, Therese.
Come down here. We got to show you something real quick.
gosh, man.
Epic. Let me try to do it. I can't do it.
Epic fail.
No, it's got to be.
I can't really get any
You
lower.
suck, you jackass.
Oh
That's
wow, that one
offensive,
was
dude.
That one
That's
was more
offensive.
aggressive than I realized.
I can't get that low.
Epic fail.
That was pretty good. That was close,
That
dude.
was a bit,
fail.
that was a bit scary.
Anyways, hey, it's Halloween, baby.
Okay, so Mud Life, good unit. What
Yep.
else can we say? We said enough. What's next on the agenda?
I mean, we don't have a technical agenda, but I think the
No.
biggest thing, on the top of everybody's heads is Camp Razor.
Glamis.
Glamis,
The
dude.
trip to and from, just a crazy experience overall.
Camp
Just-
Rizzer.
Crazy, yeah. It was just crazy.
So do we want to back all the way up and talk about the rush to get a plan together to even get there?
I think so. That's part
Yeah.
of 90% of the freaking story.
Yeah, so the videos showed what happened a bit, but didn't show a lot of prep because we just didn't have enough hands to record the prep.
Yep.
So it was just me and Doug most nights because poor Nick Seuss over here is just working his finger. He worked one of his fingers off Actually, that's how hard he was
It's
working.
gone.
You guys want to know? It's not the panini press. I worked too hard. The sucker fell off. Said, "Huh, can't do this." Psst.
Yeah, so it was
Popped
weeks,
off.
weeks basically of preparation in the garage every night to get things ready to go, and just normal stuff, last minute little projects, and repairs and
Painting yours, disassembling yours, reassembling yours, getting mine prepped, adjusting suspension, installing some other stuff that's not even out yet, mounting tires, blah, 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 blah.
just a lot of a lot of little things that on a ride around here we wouldn't even care about. We'd let go and get them down the road. But when you're trucking all the way out to Glamis, all of a sudden you want all these little loose ends tied up as much as possible.
Right.
So
Very important.
A huge rush, man. So yeah, you guys definitely didn't see the vast majority of prep work that went in, and it's not because we didn't want to cover it. Like Nick said, it was just couldn't do it.
Just too much.
Yep.
Totally too much. So I guess the biggest issues going into Camp Razor were a truck, which they now know all about.
Yep.
The Blue Ox.
Didn't have one.
Yep.
Been shopping trucks slash
months.
toter homes for months.
Long time.
Months we've been looking at these things. We really wanted a toter home. That just wasn't working out for various reasons. We went to looking for medium duty trucks like a Kodiak or an F650. That didn't work out for various reasons. So we flipped kind of last minute to just buying a crew cab dually truck. And even that,
Not super easy.
no, we spent a few weeks before Camp Razor looking every day, looking at various trucks and just, multiple units falling through. And it came down to the wire. I mean, literally days before you guys had to leave to drive out there, we didn't have a vehicle.
It was spooky stuff.
Yeah.
And then one showed up.
And
So
then
that was cool.
the Blue Ox was born
Yeah.
from a grit in Clio.
So we bought a maybe slightly overpriced 2015 crew cab.
I don't know,
Duramax
man.
that has some
She's a good
issues,
unit.
but
Yeah, she's a good unit, dude. She's a good unit.
I mean, what's the point of even worrying about it? We needed a truck. It doesn't matter.
what's
got
done
us.
is done now.
Yeah.
It's like if you're at somewhere and you're really thirsty and water is $2, and if you just waited and went to Walmart later, you get an entire pack for $4.
Right.
You buy the $2 water.
Yeah, that's
That's a bit aggressive there, dude.
You know what I'm saying, though?
I know what you're saying.
You just
It's
buy the
more
water.
like you buy the 79-cent water. It's the same water as the $2 water.
I mean, this is $2.
Yeah, that's Aquafina,
Sometimes-
dude.
Sometimes even $3.
Pepsi Cola's getting you on that one.
it is what it is, man. I mean, given another month to look, there's no way we would have bought that truck, but it's okay.
Well,
Did a good job.
Yeah, the Blue Ox was just.
So yeah, if you guys watched the video, what was it? I think you. So we looked at this thing on a Tuesday night on our way back from buying a trailer, which fell through because it was a piece of crap. So we, 8:00 at night, rolled into this dealer, looked at this truck on a Tuesday.
Yep.
You went down there on a Wednesday, test drove it,
Yep.
made a deal with them. We financed it Thursday morning, picked it up Thursday afternoon, and then basically outfitted it, loaded it, hooked it up, and you guys left Saturday morning cross country. Didn't even change the oil.
Didn't change the
Didn't have
oil.
time.
Didn't put windshield wipers on it,
Oh my gosh.
which was a giant fail.
It would have been more of a fail if we didn't ever buy new windshield wipers for it.
We bought the most expensive ones you could buy, Doug.
Oh no.
It was worth it because it turned out it rained for 3 days.
Yeah, the entire way back was just rain.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, it really came together in a weird way. And when I mean weird way, I mean it came together a day before we left.
What was weird about it is that it came together exactly when it.
Yeah, the
needed
rack
to.
idea came minutes after the truck idea.
Mm-hmm.
We were driving home from failing to buy the wedge,
Yep.
trying to figure out, because we basically had given up and went, well, we're only going to be able to take 3 machines. That
Yep.
sucks. We're not going to be able to get Mud Life out there. We're
My
all
heart
bummed
was
about it.
broken.
And then we went, what if we just found a freaking rack for the back of the truck?
Yep.
So,
Posted
That
to
was
Facebook hours later.
yeah,
That was that.
unbelievably,
That
man.
was,
Just
Yeah.
our buddy Joe reaches out, got a rack for sale. It's across the state. He's downstate. We're upstate. He drives across the state, picks it up, drives it to us upstate. Just unbelievable how all that came together. But
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
worked out really well. That
And
rack
I
is
didn't
something.
think we were going
Yeah.
for a minute there.
The rack worked awesome.
Yeah, the rack was. She's full Lotus, dude. That's all there is to say about that. Sucker's full. Lotus.
It's full. It's not even half. It's full.
Yeah, interesting, man. I'm not sure. I'm not still 100% sure if I would recommend truck bed racks
I would for a short period.
in general.
For short distances, if you're not trying to be as efficient as possible,
Yeah, what's that? Right.
but it works and it works well. Like that setup is real.
Yeah, we didn't tow with and without it, so we don't know for sure the
I guess
impact
that's
on
true.
fuel mileage.
Okay, that's
Right.
true. I mean, just science tells you bolt on a kite that's pointed down.
It's science.
Yeah. It's basically a spoiler shaped like a Maverick X3.
Spoiler shaped the wrong way, dude.
So yeah, man, it's cool though. It's interesting to load on,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, the loading as far as okay, so say it's wet,
Say
Yeah.
it's wet and muddy,
Muddy.
and you're in your underwear,
you're not gonna have a good time.
sort
Right.
of a bad deal.
and
You're
people
probably-
have to push you up.
You're probably gonna
Oh,
have
no.
a bad time. You need multiple people to load too. If you did that by yourself, you're probably gonna have a bad time, dude. It's freaking.
Yeah, so we loaded it up the first time and the weather was perfect and the machine crawled right up on it, no problem. But then strapping it down is interesting because it's just inconvenient, crawling in and out of the back to get straps on it.
You
We'll have-
basically
yeah.
become like James Bond trying to get around the laser traps.
Right.
Like, just strapping
Exactly.
it.
It works. It did. Listen, at the end of the day, it got us to Glamis.
Yeah, and I mean, really, got 4 machines out there and only had to tow a 34-foot trailer, so reasonably maneuverable setup for 4 machines.
Like it's pretty.
You
I
know.
mean, it's tight,
Versus, like, that'd be a lot easier maneuver than a 53-foot wedge.
and it
For
didn't.
sure.
Yeah, it didn't drive any differently. Like I never thought, oh, we're gonna tip over, and I took a couple turns, Doug. Pretty hot, dude. Ask
can
Leonardo here, dude. He was
Oh, no.
spooked. He was friggin' spooked.
I
dude.
said, "Are you gonna touch the brakes? Like, are you aware of the brakes?"
You know
And
the
he-
brakes work?
And he yells at me because I'm the exhaust brake button.
This guy's
guy.
supposed to
Okay.
exhaust brake me, doesn't,
Okay.
and then yells at me. Okay,
For not using the
unbelievable.
old...
I'm trying not to lock
traditional
him up.
brakes.
I got 1,500 pounds behind me. I'm trying to keep these friggin' this trailer from not friggin' locking up, jackknifing on the friggin' side of the
Lock it.
road.
This came into an
Unbelievable.
exit really hot.
I remember a couple times on the EA trip when Nick Seuss, when he gets flowing, like he doesn't want to interrupt the flow. I
You
get
got
it.
it. I'm all about efficiency, dude. So you don't want to hit those brakes.
Well, I mean, so the problem was we were stopping to get gas about every 2 hours.
It was a lot. Every about 180 to 200 miles.
So if you're going 70 miles an hour,
75 miles an hour.
Yeah. So what was the trip average? Like 6.5 miles a
I
gallon?
think
something
we
like
ended
that?
up getting 6.9 or 7.2, anywhere between that. Either way, pretty much horrible.
right around 7.
yeah, and the way back was even worse.
The way back, there were some nights we were getting like 5.9.
Yeah, so bad.
She needs some tuning.
She needs something. Maybe a car wash. I think that's what it is. An
Yeah.
oil change and a car wash. What do we talk about? Gran Turismo. If you want to win,
Yeah, you
gotta
gotta wash
change
your
out
car.
oil, and you need to wash your car.
Really?
Boom. That's it.
Really?
That's how you
Didn't
unleash the
know.
horsepower. But
Everybody knows it,
Ah,
dude.
Okay.
It's an old Chinese secret, dude. Old tradesman
Yeah.
trick, dude.
stage 1 NA tune-up, wash the car, oil change it.
But yeah, I mean, other than gas mileage, that thing was an absolute beast.
Yeah.
Like, absolute beast. I remember, so when we got to Glamis, we unhooked it, went to Walmart. It felt like I had 1,000 suns worth of power at the bottom of my foot, dude. Just exploded out of every freaking stop.
It felt so much faster.
After driving 3 days with
Yeah.
10,000 pounds on it.
Yep. That's a big rig, dude. She's a good unit.
It's cool, man. Got there.
We got there. Yeah,
Yep.
so besides the downfalls, we got there quite smoothly.
And in great record time
Record
for
time.
us.
The first on the way there, we got there in like a short 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got there early on Tuesday, didn't
Yeah,
we?
you
Yeah,
guys,
it was like midday.
you guys rocked it out.
Yep.
Got the Glamis.
Was
So,
awesome. So our friend Steve Cameron hooked us up with this badass 31-foot stealth trailer, toy hauler style.
Yep.
Beds, luxury galore.
Yep. So we had a lot nicer accommodations this time.
Yep.
Didn't we see the other one out there?
The Ragin'.
We saw the raging out there, Doug. Just sitting there, dude. Just looking like, hey, come in me and you'll die of heat.
Yeah, I don't think the Raging itself was necessarily a bad unit, but when you put it in 120-degree heat and the AC can't keep up,
The raging sucked.
Builds a lot of hate.
She just doesn't work well in the desert.
Oh man, overall though, Glamis round 2 Camp
Awesome.
Razor,
Amazing.
absolutely awesome time.
Mhm.
Totally changed my outlook on big dune riding
Mhm.
going forward.
It was weird. It's like if you see a pizza and you know it looks good, but even after you eat it, you still have that satisfaction
Mhm.
of how it tasted. You
That's
know what I'm
a good
saying?
one. Yep, he's right.
Because like you know Glamis is going to be good,
Mhm.
and people say it's that good,
Mhm.
but then when you actually eat it,
Yeah, and you eat it fresh.
Yeah,
fresh.
Right, we finally did this time. So first,
Yeah.
few rides were guided, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
By our friend Chris, who also camped with us and just ripped us around the dunes.
Yeah, I
and-
think Steve guided one as well. Once.
Did he? Okay,
Mhm.
maybe before.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're
Just
right.
big long X3s, regardless.
Yeah. Anyways, those guys showing us around, kind of showing us the ropes the first few days. Got some awesome rides in, and finally started to really figure out how to ride big dunes and how to navigate out there and how to flow through them. And it's one of those things where once you get it, like the
You get
light
it.
bulb goes on. Yeah,
It's
you get it.
freaking unlimited fun. Unlimited.
Yeah.
There's no limit. The only limit exists if you yard sail it.
Yeah.
But as long as you're safe
Mm-hmm.
and know what you're doing.
Right.
And there's certain times of day you can't really ride. Like we figured that out. Like midday when the sun's at like peak spot, just pointing all the way down, you can't really see shadows.
Yeah.
And you can't really see like where any of the holes are, or any like weird bowl anomalies.
Yep.
So it's harder to dune at that time than it is at night,
Mm.
which
Yep.
seems not right.
Yeah.
I
interesting.
thought the night. My heart lies during the night, so being able to ride during the
It's a
night,
man of the night.
it's just like this is pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it was like 70 degrees too.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I like the night riding, the early morning riding. We didn't do a lot of it, just because we had other things going on. We were hanging out way late at Oldsmobile Hill, or, we were at Camp Razor at the booth. But the day, actually, we loaded up and left, went out for a morning ride, and it's just so beautiful. You could see the dunes just perfect. It was probably 70 degrees, nice and cool, and like that really got me super hooked. I haven't stopped thinking about ripping big dunes since we left. Like, I'm super excited to go back.
Is there any other style of riding you want to do at the dunes?
I mean, I'm not gonna say it.
Freaking danger! No, it is the pinnacle of riding. Like,
Yeah, there was times that we came back and we were talking over the headsets, and we'd stop for whatever just to cool down, and we just all said that was some of the best riding we've ever done.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Because
Yeah.
it works your machine in every possible way you could work a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's just like driving the sand is a driver's freaking course, dude. It's just like a
Yeah, it really
giant
is.
freaking.
Yep,
Test.
I've always liked trails that flowed nicely,
Yeah.
and allowed you to keep a certain amount of speed up, but had some banks and turns in them. And I mean, that's kind of what it allows you to do once you figure out how to drive it,
Right.
and hit those transitions and have fun with them. It's just endless flowing riding.
It pretty much is endless.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
Unlimited. I'm getting just flashbacks of riding in my head while I'm doing this. It's hard to concentrate on.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just
just like
I'm picturing.
visually just.
I can see his eyes roll back in his head. He's back in Glamis.
Yeah, I was in the back, so watching all you guys was so much fun. Like it might have been the most enjoyable spot, despite being in the back a lot of times is like the dust zone. But out in the dunes, not really the case.
Yeah.
And so just watching all the machines just carving dunes and just mobbing
Mobbing.
everywhere.
Oh.
Like it was so entertaining to be there.
Yeah. That was awesome. That was super awesome.
One thing I definitely learned was how important lighting is out there.
Turns out,
Oh my god.
if you don't have a light bar,
You're wasting. Yeah,
you're gonna die.
they are not. They are not for show out there.
No.
100% necessary.
Yeah.
Stock lighting is just completely, totally insufficient.
Yeah.
100%. I think my original Wildcats had great headlights. Even then, it would need to be higher on the machine to really be effective.
Yeah, and you still need side lighting, man.
Mm-hmm.
The side lining is
Like you
huge.
need auxiliary lights on the side was a big thing for me, just to be able to see where you're going and see where you want to transition. You get up on that dune and you start to turn, you can't see where you're going.
Yeah, there could be a hole at the bottom of that dune,
Right.
and you will wreck in the middle of nowhere.
Right. It helps, in planning your lines to be able to see the line.
Mhm.
So the first night ride we went on, had a good time, but struggled a bit, personally, just because the lighting on my machine wasn't great for out there. I had to stay really close to whoever I was following. I don't remember. And then we were at the show, and the Sector 7 guys came over and just started the conversation, and I happened to start complaining, saying I needed to get more lighting. And, at the end of the day, they came over and put on a demo set of their mirrors with the LEDs integrated in the back of them. So I had some forward-facing lights and some side, LEDs for our next ride out, and just totally transitioned the night.
Those things are so bright.
They're so
The
bright.
night riding out there. So had an awesome time at night after that, being able to see.
Yeah, so a lot of people, they put pods, like even on not just even the A pillar, but the B pillar, and they aim them out sideways.
Yep.
Sometimes multiple pods. So, I mean, out there, it's just so different. Like, you get a weird vibe here. You see a guy with pods or a light bar, and you're like, okay, right, this guy just is all for show.
Thinks it's cool, right?
Right, but if you're coming from the background of riding in Glamis, that's real stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, 100% necessary
Yep.
to have out there.
If we could ride there at night, we could ride anywhere at night.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Death potential
light
at night.
bars, dude. Light bars, dude. I want 155 more light bars.
You need a light bar and then some sort of, pods on
Yeah.
the side for side lighting. Or, I mean, the Sector 7 mirrors I have in mind now did do a really nice job.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I really needed more after adding them, but
Yeah, they were way bright.
yep.
So those, they don't mess around.
You need more forward facing light and then something out to the sides for sure. So that was a learning experience, which was cool.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
It'd be kind of sweet if they had a light bar, just not just a curved light bar, but one that had like lights on the side that aimed out maybe a bit further than normal.
yeah.
I'm not sure if they have that.
Technology.
I haven't seen that, but would be super useful if there was
Yeah.
actually kicked out on the ends. So
Totally crazy. Glamis, man. I don't want to stick on it for too long because I think there's some industry stuff whenever we can talk about, and maybe some Q&A. But like, gosh, it was life changing
Yeah,
out there.
I agree.
yep, yeah, absolutely.
Like it was that good.
It was the most fun. It was the most fun.
Yeah, the riding
Right.
part was like one part, but then like the booth part too. So like meeting all those people was probably one of the most like eye-opening things.
Incredibly.
Hey, it
humbling.
turns out you guys like us, huh? That's weird. That's
Weird.
Turns out you guys are real. What?
Yeah, that was a real thing. Yeah, like meeting people, and some people were so excited to meet us.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not
super
even
awesome.
excited to see myself.
Yeah, so we were at the booth at Camp Razor for 2 days. So we actually had a booth inside Camp Razor. Pretty cool.
Yep.
And we were there from, I think, 10 to 4-ish the first day and 9 to 4-ish the second day. We cut out a little bit early so we could get out and do some riding and see the drags and whatnot before they shut down. But anyways, over the course of those 2 days, quite a number of hours. And, I mean, I don't think we ever stopped talking for more than 2 or 3 minutes at a time. The level
completely.
of engagement was so incredible.
Yeah, like one of the first people we saw on the opening morning was wearing a Doug Pound shirt.
That
Yeah,
was
Like,
funny.
do you remember that?
Seriously,
super
yeah.
funny.
When they open the gates and there's just a flood of people that
Yeah.
come in, there's a guy, really tall dude, just rushing through the crowd with a Doug Pound shirt on. I
It's
lost
just
it,
mind
man.
blowing.
That was
It was
funny.
awesome.
That
Yeah.
was
So
super
cool.
Funny.
Oh gosh.
It's
Yeah.
very overwhelming. It was really cool. Real humbling experience. That was cool.
Yep.
Yeah, like really keeps the fire going
Mhm.
for us.
It really does. Yeah. It was quite a trip. It was inspiring, I
Mhm.
guess.
Big time.
You'd say. Just met a ton of cool people and
Everybody's so nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I just don't.
And really, it was constant the whole time.
Yeah.
Even when we got out of the booth, when we were out riding around the dunes, people stopping us and chatting or swinging by
all
the
the
camp.
time, yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah, stopping by the camp, and I'd be up, at the top of Olds or whatever, drag racing, and people are like, Leonardo, beast mode. Like,
Frickin' Leonardo. People coming up saying friggin' Leonardo. That was the best thing ever.
I've just taken on Leonardo. That's me.
Frickin' Leonardo.
There was so much of that.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was
I don't.
super
I
awesome.
don't. You guys obviously we've got videos coming out here shortly.
Yep.
And you'll get to see a lot better view of what went on in those, so we won't ruin too much of it. But
Yeah.
just got to say, it was absolutely an awesome, awesome experience. Everything about it.
It's great meeting all those people.
Yeah, so if anybody listening came out and said hi, thank you, because it does really, really help.
Big time.
And there's a lot of
Big time.
people, I'm sure, too, that didn't say hi, because, we were talking about this previously at different events. Like, you should just come say hi.
come
Really, is
say
a
hi.
takeaway.
You know,
Just
We're
come say hi.
Simple
Yep.
dudes.
We're so normal. Like, somebody emailed us and said, like, they were intimidated because I was tall or something. Did you catch that email?
No, yeah.
Come
I saw
on.
that
I
one.
mean, you're pretty huge in real life, dude. Sorry.
I can't control my size. This is just the size.
Really though, yeah.
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
just screaming, dude.
that keeps us going. Like
Big
that
time.
is the best thing about this. That is meeting people who enjoy the stuff and
Yep.
that motivates them to go out and try things, do things, go on rides, get into the
Right.
sport, whatever it may be. So,
And the community is just so good.
yep.
The side-by-side community is so good.
Yeah.
So
It
supportive.
is.
Everybody's super nice. And I don't know if it's like something because of like the entry level into the sport's really high, or somehow along the way you've just gotten help from the community. I don't know, but it just works. Everybody's so nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Anyways,
well.
Yeah, thanks to anybody that was involved in getting us out there, which is pretty much everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody watching right now. It helped to get us out there, and
Yep.
Polaris brought us in. Gave us a spot inside Camp Razor, which was awesome, and yeah, overwhelming experience. Super cool. Can't wait to go back, mob some dunes.
You knew it was coming eventually.
He's giving us
just
a
been
look. He was
building,
right.
building pressure. I just wanted to see both your reactions.
You motherfuckers are ready for this.
Oh God,
man, so okay.
Overall, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, great time.
Great time.
And also one
Great
thing
place.
that I've learned,
Great people.
and this is maybe just an opinion, not totally sure you need to stay in the dunes. You could just go stay in Brawley.
It's not that far of a drive.
No.
But I like staying there.
So
Yeah.
another two. Driving back, we drove through. What's that place called? Glen Hollow.
No, Gordon's Well.
Gordon's Well.
Dude.
Let me tell you,
Okay.
dude. So I think so. I met a guy out there that said it takes him like 2 or 3 hours or something like that to ride to there.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's a ways to get. I mean, you have to really prepare yourself to
It's a
drive
hike,
across a freaking desert, but it looked pretty nice over there.
Yeah, and there was parking there too.
There was a lot of parking there, and there was a little river going through it, and just
Gordon's
being
Well.
next to water makes me feel better.
So where is that relative to Glamis?
South.
Is that south?
South,
So you could just ride the Imperial Dunes just south, and
all
then
the
you
way
run
down
into
until you
Gordon's
run
Well?
it. I don't know what highway that is.
It's like 8, I think. That
Is
runs
it 8?
across there.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
8 is directly underneath. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure. Yeah. So it runs across 8. So we drove past it,
Yep.
not knowing what it was.
Yeah, and we had thought we had somehow taken a wrong turn, ended up back in Glamis. like,
Like
seriously.
he was like,
Somehow
"Where
it's like
the
on
hell
our-
are we?
it's on
Hold
It's
on.
on our left now. What's going on?
It looked exactly like Glamis.
I mean,
Exactly.
technically, isn't it still Glamis?
I don't know.
Are the dunes called Glamis, or are the dunes called the Imperial Sand Dunes? What is Glamis?
I don't
Let's
totally
really
understand
think about this.
what Glamis is.
There's a lot of just words being thrown out those freaking places, dude.
It might be a city or
Is
a
Glamis
village.
a city?
Maybe a village.
And then there's the Oceana Dunes. Where are those? Are those part of the
Maybe
Imperial
by the
Dunes?
Oceana, dude.
No, that's Pismo, I think.
Is
isn't it?
Oceana?
I think Oceana.
sure?
I'm not sure at all. No,
I
making
didn't
that
think
up.
that was true.
I don't know.
So,
There's a
im-
lot of questions that come from this place.
yeah,
That's what I know
Glamis.
about that.
Glamis is the Imperial Dunes,
Right.
and then I think like Gordon's Well is also. So,
Okay.
Like, who came up with this word Glamis?
right. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Where's its origin? Why is it called Glamis and not Imperial Sand Dunes? And why do you call it Glamis Imperial Sand Dunes?
Right.
I've heard that one as well. That's a confusing one.
yeah.
We need the guy from Ancient Aliens to come in here and do some investigation and then just use the word suggest a lot.
I suggest
suggest.
Why is Oldsmobile Hill Oldsmobile Hill?
Oh, someone told me.
Okay, you
Somebody
know
told
this?
me. Yes.
Awesome.
So
Wow,
apparently,
I'm
back
excited.
in the
Yeah.
day,
He's losing
these
it.
dudes
He's
used to
just making
freaking.
this up.
Okay, so it's either it's two. It's I was somewhat listening to this guy. Who told me this story?
The truth
It's
comes
either
out.
a dude in an Oldsmobile was the first one to make it up the hill,
Okay,
or
I said that, just for the
That
record.
was Nick. You were talking to Nick.
you didn't tell me that, dude.
I heard him say that.
What a fucking.
I like how
That
sure he
wasn't
was.
you, dude.
Okay,
That wasn't
all right,
you.
all right,
Someone
all right.
else told me that. They go, "Oh yeah, these guys just come out in Oldsmobiles and friggin' run up the hill." That's a true story. I'm telling.
I mean,
I almost have to Google that, dude.
could there be any other explanation, really?
What was the? You said there was 2 parts to your explanation.
It was either the first person who made it up was an Oldsmobile, or they used to run up in Oldsmobiles.
Okay,
It's one of the two.
all believable.
Wow.
I swear it was an old dude who told me that. I would have remembered if you told me that story. I remember all your stories.
Nick Seuss and old dudes are like,
Dude, I'm an old man
You
in
connect.
here, okay?
Yeah, you connect. You connect with people in general, man.
anytime there's an old guy around though, Nick Seuss just magnets to him, and they just end up talking. Yeah, my wife was on dialysis, and now I'm wearing orthopedic boots, and I've thought about getting a stint.
Holy
just like all
moly,
these
dude. What do you
things.
want me to do, dude?
Just going for that wealth of information, man.
Just looking for info, dude.
Going
Just
where the
all about
knowledge is.
freaking info.
Way
Uh,
more people to talk to, though. is
Yeah,
takeaway
so like
there.
we said, dude, if you see us out in the real world, just come talk to us. I'll talk your friggin' face off, your face.
What are there other Glamis mysteries we didn't figure out while we were out there?
We didn't see China Wall,
Yeah,
which was kind of far from us, so that was okay.
Was it that far from us?
It turns out I think you could get there in like 20 minutes. So we were camped in Wash 1, right up by the beach store.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you take a efficient route, it's not that far or that difficult to get to. But
Here's another mystery.
Yeah.
How in the hell did Greg Biffle buy land in a desert?
unreal, dude.
That's the real mystery.
I've heard that he leases the building.
He leases the building. Who? I don't know, man.
From
That
who?
just
How
doesn't-
does it work,
Biffle?
Is his name?
Why
Greg?
do some people call him Gregory Biffle?
Who is the Buffalo? And why is there so many garage doors on that house?
That place was awesome, man.
I
wish we
tried
coulda
to go
met
in
that
there.
guy.
I wanted to use the bathrooms. My only goal was to get into Biff's house and then take a shower and then leave.
And so now he's going to hear this and will never be invited.
Sorry,
Never
Greg
gonna
Biffle.
happen, right?
Sorry, dude.
Just
I'm
kidding.
sorry.
JK.
Just think other people probably, never mind. Anyways, I'm coming for you, Biffle.
That's an awesome setup out there, though. The one thing that was a bit of a struggle, being out there on like a holiday weekend when there were so many people, is that there were definitely people out there that I wanted to make a point to go meet and talk to, and we just never could make the
Yeah.
connection because it was so busy,
Pretty much
so vast.
everybody on vendor row, shock therapy I wanted to talk to as well.
Yeah.
Just didn't happen.
Just couldn't. Yeah,
I didn't
just
even
couldn't
drive
make it together.
down Vendor Row.
It was crazy, man.
Like, I just never made it to that point. Like, we would wake up, go to the booth, go back, do something else. By that time, it's so dark and so dusty, you're just trying to find oxygen and drive somewhere far away where there's not dust.
Yeah, man. We wanted to talk to the shock therapy guys more. We weren't able to do that because it was just so crazy. I wanted to talk to Rugged Radios and the 5150 Whips guys who hooked us up with some stuff.
Wait,
for
they were
Mud
there?
Life. They were there, and I just
Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
it was so crazy, man. Everybody who's there understands the madness, though.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's
It is
truthful madness.
wild.
Yep.
Like, I kept, I tell Leonard this every time he said, "What's Camp Razor like?" I've been asking people this prior to this trip. What's Camp Razor like? It's freaking crazy, man. It's freaking crazy. I'm like, what does that mean, though?
Yeah, he said that like straight up.
Like,
What do you mean by that?
like another?
Explain to
it's
me.
just freaking crazy, man. It's just crazy. What does that mean? And then you get out there and you're like, this place is crazy, dude.
I get it now.
There's people everywhere. What is that sound? And why is that the most annoying sound I've ever heard? I think the noise is from your cell phone being on those cords. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Oh, that did help.
Did it though, Doug?
It's still there a
Did
little.
it, Doug?
Because it's right next to the cords.
Anyways, yeah. So
There you go, Tia Cortez.
Oldsmobile Hill, and Friday, Saturday night, 10 o'clock, midnight,
Madhouse.
Turns out it's crazy.
madness, dude.
It's
In a
freaking
pretty
crazy.
cool way, though.
Yeah, it's akin to Tokyo Drift opening
Yeah.
scene.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely, man.
Like you could, so from Wash One we were at, you could see
Yes.
Olds.
Oh yeah.
That's how lit up it was.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Just
Mhm.
drive to the
Super
light,
awesome.
man.
Like
Yep.
when you're on the top and then you could see like my favorite spot was at the top of Olds and just looking out towards like everything, you could see these just mobs of people just carving through the dunes going out to Olds
Is
and
that
then
what they
like
were
freaking Sand Highway was just just nonstop freaking lights. Like it was
Literal
just
highway.
so cool.
Yeah.
It was a highway. Yeah,
Yeah.
a literal highway.
So cool.
It was so freaking cool.
Yeah, total craziness out
Yeah.
there, man. Just bonfires and parties and just thousands of
Fireworks
people just
nonstop.
ripping, fireworks, drag racing, just
Almost hitting people.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's
You
the real
guys,
thing.
it got wild.
Yep.
Another
Got wild out
awesome
there.
part of that place too is, if you really want, you could just disappear, and
Yeah.
just not be around anyone. Like that's just how big it is.
Hey,
With
we did that.
That
Wh-
many people.
Was that when was that, a Sunday night?
That was.
When did we all go out? Are you gonna get me one of those? Or are you gonna play with them? 'Cause I'm
Did
kinda
somebody eat the
wild.
Kit Kat?
I
Was
think
the Kit Kat
I
gone?
ate the Kit
I
Kat, dude.
knew it.
There was one Kit
There
Kat
was
in there.
One
Yeah.
Kit Kat.
You're just feeling through for the kitty cat.
I'm not too proud. I'll take that Kit Kat every time. But yeah, man, despite just the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, however many people were out there, total madness at these popular areas, at any point in time, you could just get in your machines and rip for 5 minutes and be just totally alone.
Total blackness.
Which was really cool.
Like
Yep.
we left. Like the one night we just ripped with no general direction, just ripped, and we ended up like at Flagpole where there was
Yep.
no one. It was pitch black. There was fresh air. The stars were about as bright as a freaking headlight. It seemed like.
Yeah, they were
Yep.
so bright.
Yeah, you see the Milky Way, no problem.
Mhm.
Really cool.
It was neat.
It's awesome out there.
I
So
don't wanna-
glamorous.
I don't want to chew in the microphone.
You know what else? You know what else was wild though about Glamis was camping in the washes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Horrible.
You better you better be there to party.
Yep.
Not have a relaxing time.
Yeah, we heard Baby Shark at 4 a.m. the
Yep.
first night we were there.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and at 4 a.m.
Jamming.
and 4 a.m. there's still pipe razors just ripping right by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All night.
I'm up now. Yeah, just
one night-
total Dust Bowl madness.
I wake up. It's now light out, and it's quiet. It's scary quiet. Like, why is it quiet?
Yep.
And then it sounds like there's a machine right next to my head.
Yep.
So I go, should I get up and see what's going on? I think nothing of it. So I close my eyes, and all of a sudden the door goes, and then goes.
That was a good sound.
That was a
by the way.
great sound
I
effect.
sit up. I look over. I go, what the hell is happening right now? So I pop out of the bed and I look out there and there's nobody there.
Weird.
There was no car.
There was no car. There was no person. The door just opened up.
Weird.
Were you dreaming?
Nope. It was real. I thought you would have woken up, but I think it was like,
I was dead,
Yep.
man. Yep, I was out of it.
close the door, went back to sleep.
Wow.
Wow.
The ghost of Glamis.
Ghost of Glamis, dude.
What was he driving? Was it a Razor?
It sounded like a, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I'll bet it was Greg Biffle coming to use our bathroom.
You want to use my bathroom? I'll show you mother flowers, dude.
I'll share with you guys a little secret. These bathrooms ain't very good here.
But yeah, so that was weird. But yeah, just pretty much nonstop sounds. Like, it's more weird when there isn't sound. Like, you get so used to the noise when it gets quiet. It's just weird.
Yeah, you start to hear the ringing in your head from all the sounds.
Mhm.
Yep.
Then you actually just can't sleep.
Yeah, and that place too. Like, you'll be the hottest you've ever been, and then the coldest you've ever been within 15 minutes.
Yeah. It swings.
It's very weird.
Deserts are like that, yeah. But not to scare anybody. Like you don't have to camp in the washes. You can camp on Gecko and not
Yeah,
deal
Gecko,
with
the
that,
flats.
the dust.
Well, the
and-
flats were probably just a bit, maybe a little worse than the flats. What do you think about that? You're
Flats
right.
were horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got lost in the flats one night. I took a wrong turn, and it was just a maze of RVs and friggin' trailers.
Yep.
And then I popped out, and it was right by our freaking spot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at, turns out, pretty good at navigating at night. Pretty good at navigating at night.
3 good rounds of luck, and all of a sudden you got
was
3
in
good
the
rounds.
night.
That's no coincidence, my man. That is no coincidence. The one night, we're out ripping back. Of course, I took a wrong turn, okay, on the Sand Highway. Before you know it, there's like 6 cars behind me. These people don't know. They should not be following me. I have no idea what I'm
We're
doing.
leading a pack of
We're
people
leading
now.
a pack of people. Okay? And I tell Lenore, dude, I don't know where I'm going. He goes, yeah, just freaking send it, bro, mobbing, bro. Okay, dude.
Nothing like that.
So I freaking just go for it. And I drive around and boom, pop out. Where do I pop out, Doug?
Camp.
At our camp. Literally at our camp.
Yep.
It was breathtaking.
He's got a sense, man.
The next night,
Right.
okay, here comes another one.
Okay.
The next night, we're out Mob in the dunes. Lost. Not lost. I had a general idea where we were. Brian's almost out of gasoline.
Oh, that one.
I say, we need to head back. You says to me, let's go to the frickin' Old's Hole. I says, okay. Where do we pop out, Doug?
Olds.
The where at Old's, though.
Right on top.
On top of Old's, dude.
Nailed it.
That was pretty awesome.
That was freaking awesome.
That was cool. You're not
Yeah, maybe
wrong.
I'm just lucky. I don't know.
Glamis good time.
Glad
Yep.
it turns out I could write. Hey, you want to have a good time? Follow me at night, dude. We won't die.
Yeah, you guys are going to like the videos from that. Glamis was awesome.
Great time. Good
Good
videos.
content.
Yep.
Great times.
Great times.
Good oldies.
That's enough. We can't tell any more secrets.
Right.
That's pretty much all our Glamis secrets. That's
Right.
not true. There's a lot more secrets than that.
You
But
guys, you're going to like what you see.
just watch the videos. Yeah, that was like a long preview that just ruined a movie. That's why I don't watch previews.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just
Yeah.
don't watch them. Trailers, they'll ruin movies.
We didn't ruin it.
Yeah, we didn't. You didn't even see.
You guys are
Hey,
gonna like
you
it,
ain't
but-
seen nothing yet, dude.
Oh,
if you like
gosh.
Mobbin and Greg Biffle, you're gonna love this stuff, dude.
Man, so something else that I want to talk about just real quickly that's happened since we've talked was Race Day, Racetober 2018. So you guys
Good
all
time.
saw the video. It's been a number of weeks. That was a couple weeks before Glamis, but just want to say again.
That was a week before we left.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
I felt like it was
So
2
that's-
months ago.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
so October was just insane. But just want to say again how cool everyone was that showed up. We had such a good time. Everybody that showed up was so respectful, so awesome, so willing to help.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a great frickin' time again. So really looking forward to keeping that event going and expanding it further and just really throwing down.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping, brother.
Yep. So thanks again, everybody, for that.
Like, just we can't tell you guys enough how awesome you guys are.
Yep.
Like putting faces to people. Pretty neat.
It is.
Every
Pretty neat.
single time that person is an awesome person.
Yeah, seriously. Like, you guys
Rarely
really
who-
outdo yourselves.
Rarely the person that I picture them as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I meet them, they're almost always different than I imagine.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I always like them, so
Yep.
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, your guys' interaction and support's pretty freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe keep doing that. Just thinking about it.
What's
yeah,
next,
man.
bud?
Oh gosh, what else happened? You guys went down to the High Lifter Proving Grounds.
Ooh,
Yeah,
did we
so-
or did we not?
Yeah, that happened.
That did happen. Should we broadly talk about that? Because it was pretty cool.
Yeah, because we've got content coming from that pretty soon. So
Do
it's
we,
another thing we
Leonardo?
don't want to ruin.
Plenty of content. Yeah. So
But pretty soon?
no, I
Oh.
would like to do all the Camp Razor stuff first,
Smart.
just because the high lifter thing can come
Yeah,
in
you
at
can't
any
just
time.
you can't just break it up like that. You're right, dude.
It's all relative. But anyways, we got the Mud Life unit. We started ripping hard in the mud, and they reached out and said, "Hey, bud, do you want to come down to the High Lifter Proving Grounds and check it out?" So
We said
Turns
this.
out
Yes.
we're coming to the friggin' Louisiana to rip your machines in the mud.
uh-huh.
But we have a reputation for mudding now. Hey, we're full mudders, dude.
Yeah.
So
mud. Yeah. We pretty much ruined a Razor and a Sportsman.
I mean,
I didn't know a Razor could float. Turns out it can float.
Dude. I love mudding. Turns out I love mudding. I love being dirty, I think. That's what it is. I just like being like dipped in stuff, dude.
right. It's interesting, but mudding, man, it's one of those things like when it happens and you're not expecting it and you don't want it to happen, it can be annoying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But when you're mentally prepared for it
Oh, yeah.
and you embrace it, like there's not anything more fun.
Yeah.
No, it's the most fun.
Let me
Yeah.
just take this machine, try to get it stuck, and then get it out of being stuck, dude.
right.
Like,
And then
wha-
just do it again.
yeah, and just do it again over and over
Just sling the
and
ball.
over and over. We also need what was your biggest takeaway from that whole trip? What do we need?
Oh, what do we? Okay, well, that's two separate things. First, the biggest takeaway is that Asta Cruiser's probably one of the
Probably
greatest Canadians ever.
The coolest dude I've ever met in my life, dude. Like
He's nonstop.
that's a whole different story in itself, though, if you think about it.
Right, and then what we need takeaway. I don't know. Oh, I do know.
Yeah.
Waders.
Waders. It turns out waders, you feel pretty much indestructible. I was just walking through a pond for like an hour recording this guy, dude, and it was the best thing ever. It's like I'm wet and dry at the same time.
He's never gone fishing. So,
Yeah, I've never gone fishing.
I have experienced waders, and I guess in hindsight, I'm not
you
sure.
have
why.
or haven't?
Have.
Okay, yeah.
Have. I'm not sure why we didn't really think to
Maybe get some.
purchase those for mud rides previously.
Pretty much just ruined like 8 good sets of clothes.
Right.
Every time it's just like, do I want these anymore? Because they're gonna get ruined.
Right.
There's still a set of those clothes in the back of the truck, actually.
Yep. I was not prepared for those clothes to get ruined, actually. So I'm upset about those, but whatever.
That's a different story.
Yep.
But yeah, waders. Wow, that's got to happen.
Waiters gotta happen. You know what else has gotta happen? We need to hang out with Asta again. That was freaking
He's the man.
toots magoots. Farts magarts. Like it was coo madoo. Fru ma flu, dude. It was super tay HK tay.
That guy has unlimited energy.
Unlimited energy and unlimited
Skill.
wisdom
Yeah.
and skill, dude.
Yeah.
Like
He knows what he's
he
doing.
knows what he's doing to the next level. Like I rode. How much information should we give away?
We
for
can
this?
talk. Just
Okay,
talk
yeah.
about it.
So we rode. I rode a 4-wheeler. I rode the Sportsman, the High Lifter edition, and I rode behind Asta himself, dude.
Yep.
Turns out
Learning from the best.
I didn't know what I was doing.
It's like skating behind Wayne Gretzky, bro.
Yeah, right. Like it's like, I got this, dude.
Tossing balls with Elway.
I got this, bro. And then you see him, and you're like, I don't got this, bro. But yeah, he just pop off and like give me little tips and tricks, dude. And by the end of the day, dude, I'm full freaking mutter, dude.
You were
Full mutter, dude.
mud life.
It was full gator life. What are those waiters? Full waiter life, dude.
Sounds awesome, man. So yeah, I wasn't able to make that trip for vacation issues with work, but
It's a real
I
dude.
mean, just
Where's the epic fail button?
going
Hit
down
it.
and
Epic fail.
you're not wrong.
all that.
But I mean, just I can imagine going down to Louisiana and just ripping machines that you don't own and aren't responsible for and don't have to clean.
Oh,
and mud
yeah.
all day.
I
One
felt
of the-
bad for the
with
people who were
Asta?
cleaning those
The
things.
high
Greatest
lifter crew.
experience ever.
Like,
Yeah.
what a great time.
That was
Yeah.
great. That was
Yeah.
super great. You guys are gonna like that footage. Hopefully, it's good footage. But I know in my mind, you're gonna like that footage.
Hopefully, man. It sounds like our brand new GoPro Hero 7 was just basically
Pretty much zonked out.
It
garbage
sucks.
the whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Pretty much died. Like right when we needed it to not die.
It's been constant problems.
It said, I don't want to do this anymore. And then it died.
Yeah, so far I like the smoothness of the video, but the audio has been all over the place. I might have fixed it. I'll have to look back at this Glamis footage to really see.
I hope
Yeah.
you fix it. But at the end of the day, it's ruined some good stuff.
Yeah.
It's
already.
ruined a lot of things.
Like
yeah.
it's ruined it.
We'll never get that back.
Live and learn. Try to buy nice things, and then they don't work.
I'm just
Right,
out
pretty
here
much
sweating
sucks.
like a grease monkey trying to frickin' make a buck or two, dude. Just give it to frickin' GoPro, dude, and they screw up some unbelievable. Anyways,
So yeah, Polaris, all the high lifter editions, insanely capable.
yeah,
Yeah.
So good out of the box.
like ran them literally into the dirt,
That's
and they
basically
just
what
kept
mudding is.
working and working and working.
Yeah, there was this hole I went in with the razor. Nick was there. Everything was underwater.
It was just
The only thing showing was the snorkels and the cage in the roof.
literally
And it was like
completely
it was
submerged.
Like
it was
bobbing.
just floating around.
I didn't know it would float.
When
But it
they
was
tell
floating.
you, okay,
Did you guys
drive
do like
through
the
this
water
pond.
wheelie thing?
Oh heck yeah,
water
dude!
wheeling all day.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah, dude! That is fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those machines are pretty awesome. Hopefully they invite us to another one of those.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Ideally.
I'll make.
Hey,
the next one.
listen, you know who you are? Invite us to another one of those. I'm gonna kill you.
Whoa.
The person
whoa.
listening who invites us. Let's just do that again. With Doug this time and all the girls. They'd lose their mind.
10
Dude,
out of 10.
the girls would lose it out
They
there.
would love that.
Hmm.
They love when we go mudding.
Yeah.
It's being
Real
dirty,
into
dude.
it.
I'm telling you.
Maybe not as much when we roll Mud Life over.
I didn't like that. I bet. So let's bring that up. I'm scarred.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
I am scarred after that.
Yeah, that's too bad, man.
I don't know why. Now, a lot of things don't bother me. Like most things don't bother me. Like I've crashed my rig a couple times now.
But
And
not really.
okay, you friggin' roll it going 30 into the cage and then see how that feels. Do you know how that feels?
I've been there.
Yep.
And I Anyways, we'll move on. I need to secretly hit this. So.
Just show him your new vape tricks. You've been practicing them.
Do I look like Sub-Zero there, dude?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Thanks, Doug.
That was pretty cool.
We should have some more super esoteric Mortal Kombat references.
I love those.
If you guys catch those, then I'm glad you do. If not, then tough break.
Yeah, what happened? There was like a Lord Raiden.
Lord
reference
Raiden
in
with the
one of the
shreddy
lines.
hat, dude?
I had to look that one up.
Did you really?
I don't play
What
freaking
a-
Mortal
what a
Kombat, dude.
poop. Dude.
The video? Did you watch the movie though, dude? Mortal Kombat the movie? It's like one of the best movies of our generation.
That's a no for me.
Oh my
I'll have to go
gosh.
back and watch it. I'd be willing to.
That's what we're
Unbelievable.
doing
You
after
can't
the
watch it
podcast is
now,
over
dude.
tonight. We're watching Mortal Kombat.
I'd do it.
Why wouldn't you watch that movie growing up, dude?
I don't know.
Anyways.
We'll revisit that
Anyways.
afterwards. But so, man,
What else
not
did
to
we
jump
do?
off of that too quickly, but
This is fine.
You just
So-
you got to watch the video. You'll enjoy it. It'll come.
It's coming.
We're not going to give you all the secrets. You
You're
want this to
gonna
be
like
like a
it,
movie trailer and ruin everything?
so I mean, October, man, starts with the high lifter event.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. Jumps
Yep.
right into race day. Ton of work, ton of prep, lot of stuff going on. You know, leading up to that, race day goes off without a hitch, and then right after that, we're scrambling, working our butts off, getting ready to go to Glamis. We do the whole Glamis thing. Just get back from that, and it's not done yet. Like we're not really to break time.
Because we're going back to Baja.
We're going to
Yep.
Mexico, baby.
That's
Going back
happening.
to Baja.
Mexico, baby.
That is happening.
This
Pretty
time,
wild.
Yeah, we've stepped up our game.
yeah, it's
perhaps.
next level. It's next level.
Yep. So, I guess just to explain that a little more, we're going back. We're chasing again for the Baja 1000. We're going back again with the Red Line Racing.
Red line
Crew.
racing, baby.
We signed up, going down there, run Pro UTV Turbo, you know, just like last time. And then,
Bombshell.
yep, they bought a
Where's the
trophy truck.
Do we have a bombshell? Give us
Explosion.
an explosion.
Oh, no.
Give us an explosion.
Yeah, Shane, in his unlimited money and drive to succeed, buys a trophy truck.
We got ourselves a trophy truck, Bubba.
So it's a 6100 series, which
Yeah,
is
so
like a
spec
spec
trophy.
trophy
Yep.
truck. So basically trophy truck chassis, right? But with a spec engine. So
Mhm.
it's like 450 horsepower. I
Is it
think.
450 or is it 650?
I thought it was more than 450.
I think it's 650,
Okay, so
and I
maybe
think
it's-
the full trophy trucks are like 850 plus.
Yeah, 850, 900. So it's, you know,
She's a big rig.
It's
Either
fast.
It's a real thing. This is
Okay.
a real freaking truck.
Even if it was 450, that's still a shitload of power.
That's a lot of power.
yeah. So he says, hey, buds, we're not doing the side-by-side thing. We're racing this trophy truck. You still want to come? We said, yep.
Yeah.
Where do I sign up?
Yep.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. This should be cool.
Yeah. Yep.
This is gonna be really cool. You guys are gonna like that footage.
Absolutely.
Plus, just going to Mexico again.
Mm-hmm.
Count me in every time.
My heart lies in the Baja Peninsula.
Yeah. So, you know, might not be racing a side-by-side this time, but I think all you guys are still going to love the content because I'm sure it's going to be super interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be different. That's
Should
for
be
sure.
an adventure. So it's not a point-to-point race this year, right? It's
It's
a
a
loop
loop
race.
this
So
year,
it
yep.
Yep.
starts and
in-
finishes in Ensenada,
Mhm.
right?
So it technically should be easier to chase.
Technically, but this is Baja, baby.
You never know.
This is Baja, baby.
It'll be interesting this time. As the last time we went down, we split up a little bit and we chased with a bunch of people that had experience chasing Baja. And this time,
Now that we're professionals, though.
I mean, we're pros, dude. We
Yep.
could mob the dunes, okay? We mud the mud, dude.
We've
we
got
bah
experience.
the bah, dude.
yeah, we're professional rock callers after Moab.
Oh, yeah.
Professional mudders. Now we're professional Baja chasers.
We're pretty
so-
much good, dude.
Yep. So this is the crew, man. We
Yeah.
go down there.
Yep.
Right
That's
here.
gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a lot more fun.
We're gonna have a
not
good
that I had a bad time last time, but not be with all. Not there was no unity there. And we will be united, dude.
I feel real confident. I've never felt like in it, we've ever been in a situation where, we couldn't work through it really quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, we're
So,
fine.
We got a good team here. We know what's up now.
Mhm.
I got a feeling we're gonna win.
So, ooh,
Win the class?
No, we're gonna win the whole thing, dude.
best overall time.
We're gonna win. That little
That
Jack's
seems-
run line, dude. He's a good boy.
That seems impossible.
It's all order.
Okay,
but,
whatever.
I don't even think he's driving, by the way. I don't think he's too young to drive. He can't drive.
Oh, you can drive us to Mexico, dude.
Listen,
Someone's gonna be driving, okay?
bottom line is all the red lines can rip.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, they
Let's
ri-
not forget Shane Redline.
He's
He's a
a-
champion, dude.
Yeah, he passed Mark Burnett.
Second
last
place
yeah.
in the freaking 50th anniversary Baja 1000.
Guy flies, man. I remember riding in a BMW X3 with him, jumping speed bumps.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I
And I
remember
said
that.
to myself, this guy likes to rip.
Mm-hmm.
If you can fly a plane, you can automatically be a good driver as well.
Yeah.
And he flies planes, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's going to be a good time, man.
Yeah, we're gonna win, dude.
So it's going to be a little bit of an accelerated trip compared to last time. We're going to be flying down there on a Tuesday, and then does contingency start Wednesday right away?
No, it starts Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay, so we'll have Wednesday for our prep day, and then
Prep.
Yeah,
AKA driving to Tijuana.
contingency
driving to
Thursday.
Ensenada.
It's going to be cool. Is it
Yeah.
a 2-day contingency this time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What was
Details,
last
we'll
time?
figure
Last time
those
it
out.
was 2. First was the UTV and the trophy truck. I didn't
Yeah.
get to see the trophy truck.
No, it was a
I was in
different
a
day.
van driving down Mexico.
Yep.
The Baja de los Angeles.
Baja de los Angeles.
So yeah, we're going to fly into San Diego and rent a vehicle,
Mhm.
hopefully a Lincoln Navigator.
So Lincoln Navigators,
Yeah, speaking of that,
pretty
Ripper
much,
Dancer.
Pretty tight.
pretty much badass. Like, put some miles in that sucker. And I'm convinced, dude. Lincoln's coming back, dude.
Yeah, so for Glamis, I flew out with Therese and Danielle because, again, vacation time. Didn't make the road trip. Worked out okay for me. Flew out there, rented a car in San Diego, and I thought, well, at some point we're probably all going to want to drive this thing around. So
Smart.
I'll get an SUV
Smart.
with 3 rows. So I
Uh-huh.
rented like a Mitsubishi, whatever their 3-row SUV is. I don't know. Not super cool.
Okay.
And then get up to the counter, and the guy goes, I could upgrade you into a Navigator for $50 for the whole trip. And I said, no, that's too much. Being very frugal with the blog money.
A $90,000 SUV for $50? No.
No, that's
Unacceptable.
So then he goes, all right, I'll do it for $25. So we ended up with this freaking bad.
Was it a
Lincoln.
19 or 18?
I don't even know, man.
They're
When
both-
did they start with
18's
that?
the new one.
Oh, so it had to have been 18.
Or 19.
was
Either
18
way.
or 19.
Either way.
It was the most recent gen. That was a sweet freaking vehicle.
Yep.
Sucker was fast.
Ripped good.
Ripped it good.
Twin turbos.
Twin turbos.
Trying to figure out how to scrounge up $70,000 to buy one.
I tell you.
If you got any ideas, Nick Seuss, let me know.
I tell you how to do it, man.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah. So, anyways, that's
Didn't
what
you
we're
just
doing
get a new
for-
truck, by the way? Ooh.
Nope.
You didn't get a new truck?
I don't think so. No, why?
Oh, okay.
Why did you say that? The Blue Ox?
I thought I saw one in the driveway, but maybe
That's
that was
a rental, dude.
Oh, a rental. Didn't really rent it.
Right.
She is a rental and she is a lentil.
Nick Seuss and all his secrets, man.
I love secrets.
He's full of secrets.
I like secrets.
I like that.
I like that.
Well,
So maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Maybe you'll see, maybe you won't see. You've seen.
I have seen and I like. So
You're like weirdly ashamed of it.
I am ashamed of it.
I don't. Why? Would you
I
be
am
ashamed?
I might be a little.
Really?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an overwhelming sensation of feelings and emotions.
I feel bad because we're not going to tell you guys what it is.
We gotta wait for the YouTube revenue on this one.
Here's the thing: we need the YouTube revenue to pay for what he bought. So.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I'll give you this. I may or may not have bought a new truck. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
That's
Good to know.
right. Very helpful. So, man,
Finish it. Hold on.
He's not.
I can't even do it.
oh wow,
Wow.
That was pretty good. I
Take
thought.
it easy, dude.
Wow.
Finish him.
Wow.
Is that good?
that was good.
I haven't heard that sound in a long time.
Finish him.
Oh, there you go.
Wow,
Did you hear that bass I got
that
there?
was good.
dude?
That was good.
Finish
Let's
him.
see if we could do that. Like, you remember in the trailer? Since we're talking about trailers and ruining things.
Dog. Dog Battlefield is America.
I can't even do it.
What is this?
That voice from all the trailers
The
back in the
trailers,
day,
that
dude.
super
from
dramatic,
Oh, right.
like,
that guy
yeah.
died. didn't
Dog Battlefield is America.
We'll work that out. I like where you're going.
We'll
with
get that sucker, dude.
We'll work on
I gotta
that.
sit in the mirror. That's the best way. You gotta sit in the mirror and you gotta practice over and
We'll
over.
take that
From the
offline.
land of corn.
Whoa!
Surrounded by fields.
You're gonna
of
hurt your
grass.
voice. I'm telling
No,
you.
this takes almost nothing for me to do.
Wow, you've got it, dude.
We'll work this out later.
Yep.
From the field of grass.
You got a lot of secret talents there, Leonard.
The voice stuff I could just randomly do once in a while,
And then you forget
really
it.
good, and then it just goes
Man,
away.
one day, Leonard's gonna have to show you guys all his Christopher Walken impressions, dude.
Oh my
That shit's
God.
pro.
Yeah.
That shit is pro.
He's building me up now.
Dude, he
To
is
let
pro,
me down.
dude.
I believe
The
it.
one time we were in the truck and I go, I thought it was Christopher Walken sitting
This
next
is
to me,
a
dude.
lie.
I thought it was Christopher Walken.
This is a lie.
Shit was pro.
We've gone. So when you spend that much time in a truck with someone, you just do everything that you could possibly do in a truck while driving.
Yep.
You listen to music. You make jokes.
Yep.
You tell fake stories.
Yep.
You tell real stories.
Yep.
You listen to more music. You eat chips.
A lot of chips.
Probably like 50 monsters between us.
My body is actually messed up from Monster. but but during that trip, we said this. Let's see if we can nail a Christopher Walken impression. And you know who nailed it? Christopher himself, dude.
He's trying to make me do it.
Dude, I'm not. I'm serious. You just it was good, dude.
I'm not gonna do it.
Anyway.
Okay.
Can you do one, Doug?
No, I can't do impressions at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, they all sound the same.
I don't know if I believe that, dude. Just give me 2 days in a frickin' Chevy pickup with you, dude.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We're not going to bust them out right now, but
Dog battlefield is.
anyways.
Wow, I really want to try that. I feel like I could nail that no problem.
Yeah,
we
I
should do
think
a
you could,
we
dude.
should do a funny trailer, yeah.
Maybe when we have more time to sit around and do things and be more creative, we can do these things.
Like in a truck?
Perhaps a studio
Right.
designed to record audio.
Oh. Should I do
Baja
the water
1000.
trick real quick?
Do it.
Let's just do it real quick.
I like it a lot. The babbling brook. Okay, everybody be quiet.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a pack of birds in a tree.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're
like
not
those
wrong.
like dense pine trees, and you got like 50 little birds in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're not wrong.
And you walk by and they fly out.
Hold on.
So stupid.
It's the sound of wet feet running across a parking lot.
We're off the rails.
All right, anyways,
We
go
are
ahead.
off the
Sorry.
rails here.
Sorry, I've gone into a special place. I told you I'm not right yet, dude.
Oh gosh, man.
So,
Baja 1000,
Baja
we're going
1000.
back. It's going to be an awesome
It's going to
experience.
be an
again.
awesome experience, and we're going to win.
Yeah, we're gonna
I mean,
win.
We're going to win.
If you're going to the Baja 1000, you're not going to win. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's what I said,
Got to
dude.
be your mindset, right?
Mhm.
We're going to win.
So
We
There-
got the best crew in the industry.
There's a small potential for us to drive as well, which is cool.
Is that real?
That's real. Do you want to drive?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you deserve it. You drove across country 4 times.
you never know what happens. in
Turns
Baja.
out, Doug, I don't know if you know, I got more miles on that trailer than any other human being on this earth, dude.
You're not wrong.
Me and that trailer like this, dude. We talk. I can be a semi-driver, no problem.
I'd be proud to chase you in a trophy truck with a chase truck full of tools and tires.
I
and
like that.
Just keep you going. Give you
100,000
Dog
KM3s.
battlefield is a real American. Dog battlefield.
Oh, I lost it already.
Oh,
How do you
my
make that
gosh,
sound?
man.
I don't know.
Dog battle.
Nope. Dang it. It's
Dog
over.
Battlefield is American.
Dog battlefield.
What do you got next?
So we'll skip to something different for a second.
Okay.
Do you guys have excitement over the new Honda side by side?
I do. I was telling him,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Yep.
If it's not fun, then that sucks. They really muffed up.
They always build fun things.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
I think it's probably gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be the fastest thing in the world,
No.
Right.
but I think it's gonna be a real good time.
It needs, I mean, so we're at a point now where, like, my machine's so fast. Speed, you don't necessarily need speed,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a weird circle I'm coming back around on. Like, okay, I've had that. It's cool. But, like, in terms of driving it, even in the dunes or in trails, just too much.
It's a lot to handle.
Just
Yeah.
too much.
A lot to handle.
So, like, a fun woods machine, 90-inch wheelbase, 18-inch travel, 29-inch tires, DCT tranny. These are all good things.
I think it's gonna be a fun machine.
Yep. It's going to be a quality built unit.
Right.
Yep.
Fit and finish is going to be good. It's going to be tight.
Yeah.
Sound nice.
We need to get it reached out to Honda ASAP and say, hey, buds, how do we get
Yeah.
involved in this?
I did
listen.
try to get on like a media mailing list for them.
Any luck?
No.
How is that possible?
We
Yeah.
were parked. Man, when we were in Baja, we were next to their team for like a day.
Oh,
Should have talked to
interesting.
somebody there. Yeah. The whole Red Line crew was there. They were chasing that truck that they had out there.
I remember the first time I dropped the ball.
When?
It's a long time ago.
Baja, apparently. Maybe we can.
Listen, I was out there just eating chips, dude. Just talking to the dogs
Chips,
on the streets,
churros,
dude.
and burritos.
Just not slept for 3 days. I'm just like, hey.
Maybe we
There's a
can.
Honda crew.
Maybe we can revisit that.
Yeah,
Baja.
we need to get a Honda machine.
Absolutely, man. It's gonna
Yeah.
be. It's gonna be a player. People
Yep.
are gonna like it.
I think so too.
There's going to come a time where we need every machine.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Unfortunately true.
Yep.
Like in a weird spot in my mind, despite the Wildcat people just being probably the worst community of the side-by-side people, like the worst.
It just turns out
and
they
not
don't
every
like you.
not every one
Or
of them,
me or
but
Doug.
as a whole, there's a large group that's just a bunch of
don't
real
like us.
didgeridoos.
What do you want us to
Just
do?
got a lot to prove, and they don't really have much to prove it, but they're trying, and I respect that. I was there before. I get it. Like I still think it'd be beneficial to have one.
Yeah, I would take pretty much any machine on the market right now to
Right.
drive.
Super fun.
If I could just be like, what am I going to drive today? And you had all of them?
Yeah.
How was that a bad thing?
No, that'd be awesome, man.
Right.
That'd be awesome. Be able to pick and choose per the situation.
Right.
I'm super excited for when they eventually come out with a turbo version of the XX, which who knows when that's going to happen. The 4-seater hasn't even hit yet, right? So
Right. True.
it's typical stuff, but no, man, definitely. We need to have them all so we can really just rip them all together and
It's like Pokemon,
compare all
dude.
the time. Yeah.
If you don't catch them all, dude, you're going to have a bad time, Doug.
Yep.
I never
So,
played
yeah.
that game, so I don't know how it works, but I think that's
Yeah,
it.
I just know the catchphrase, and I,
I think
once
that's how it works.
sold a Charizard for $50.
$50? That
So-
guy freaking played you, dude. Those are $100 all day
Charizard,
long.
dude.
Yeah, this was like 1998 or something.
Even worse, dude.
Oh gosh, man.
But yeah, Honda.
So,
dude.
Honda.
Secretly, I used to be a Honda person. I still have two Honda quads. I still enjoy their products.
They make good stuff.
Yep.
400EX, very comfortable unit, reliable, rides good.
That's like the era of Honda that I'm, familiar with too.
Mhm.
And at the time, like I was into Banshees and stuff, so I'd get out a 400EX and go, well, this isn't really like crazy. Certainly doesn't blow me away, but like at the same time, this is a quality, fun machine to ride.
Yeah.
Ergonomically, it's they're always pretty strong.
Yeah.
and,
Yep.
The geometry's always good. It's well thought out. So
Just sit in a nice position. It's got all the power you need.
You can just
never
sit there
breaks down.
and drop the clutch all day, every day.
right,
Do wheelies, whatever you want to do.
right,
It'll hold up.
yeah. You expect dependability to be high
Yeah.
Yeah.
with those units. So
Yeah, hopefully it come. I mean, it's pretty close. I think it's like 20 days or something like that.
I'm ready for it. We
Yeah.
should do like a countdown live reveal thing. That'd be cool.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
like
yeah.
that. You
I
guys
like
like
that a
that?
lot.
Yeah, I like that.
could do that. That'd be fun. So what else is new in the side by side world?
The
Yeah.
realm of the side by sides.
The Turbo S 4-seater.
Turbo S 4-seater.
Didn't get to
Didn't
drive
Didn't
one.
get to drive one.
That was in the plan for Glamis, just never came together. Too
Yep,
freaking
that kind of
busy.
sucks.
I'll
I
bet
looked
those-
at it. I touched it. Sucker's tight.
Yep.
Looks like I'd like to drive it.
Yep.
I got that out of that.
Ideally, one will end up in our hands eventually. Not sure when.
That was pretty sweet.
Oh,
Like it looks
man.
right in a 4-seater,
It does look good, yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the length of the Razor 4-seaters.
Yep.
Yeah.
With those wheels,
Mm-hmm.
aggressive fascia, full doors.
The fascia. Everybody's got the fascia, though. It's not special anymore
Yeah.
for 2019.
It's a good point.
It's a short time where we were cool.
Ours are still freaking. When I see a Turbo S out there, dude, I'm just like, yeah, brother.
I mean, yeah. They look sweet.
That was sweet.
They're good units.
They did awesome out there. They did awesome out there.
Oh, I had a super fun time in mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, having the power on tap to really pull you through the big bowls and have always having a little extra power when you needed it. If you got into a little bit of a bad situation, helped tremendously. Took a lot of stress out of it.
Yep.
If you didn't hit something just perfectly, it wasn't a big deal because you could just throttle down and get out of it.
Down. I was super conservative most of the trip, and then I don't remember what day one of the last days was really getting into it. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Turns out there's a lot more.
The more you push it, the better it gets.
Turns out it gets better, dude. But I was just like, the last thing I wanted in my middle of this freaking 100-foot bowl, the belt explodes, and I tumble down my exploding death.
Yep.
So I'm just like, you know what? But I'm just gonna have fun
Seems
and just
dramatic, but
just gonna ride.
Probably wouldn't
Pretty
happen
nice.
that way, but oh gosh. So do you guys want to go to KOH next year?
Oh, KOH.
it's dynamite.
KOH. It's super tight.
Okay, so
I know we
here's
haven't talked about it a lot lately, so
here's a fun
Something we've
fact.
been talking about.
Fun fact that I learned.
okay.
Somebody, I think it's from the Maverick X3 OG Facebook page, has a friend who will deliver and return your machine to KOH for $700
Wow.
per unit.
That is real cheap.
Pretty good, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
3 units, cheaper than diesel. Think about it. Anyways, it could
So I
be
definitely-
sweet.
Yeah, I definitely want to experience it. It sounds like it's a huge gathering, a huge party, really cool race. I don't think I want to race it with my machine.
I mean, your machine, she's no show
Just-
pony, but she's a beauty, dude.
I mean,
She
it doesn't
is a
matter what it
beauty.
is, it's
I
gonna
wouldn't
be
want to
wrecked.
race it, but I just want to have a machine out there to drive.
Do you, though? I kind of want to just experience KOH. Like, I really enjoyed just watching KOH.
Yeah, but it's like anything. You have to be able to get there.
What happened with your legs? What's wrong with your legs?
I think you're underestimating the size of
All I
Johnson
know,
Valley.
okay, about frickin' KOH is I said, what's KOH like? I've asked multiple people. You know what they tell me? It's frickin' crazy, man. It is frickin' crazy. I'm like, what does that mean? Okay? He says this. It's crazy. So maybe it's just crazy out there.
Maybe we just get Polaris to lend us a 4-seater for our
that'd be
time
cool,
out
you know?
there.
So we can get around.
Yeah, we could just sit
Make
in there
some content.
together, drive around, mobbing, dude.
I
Maybe-
like that.
Right.
KOH would be sweet. I'd like to race KOH once. What do you think about that?
Seems tough.
Why?
I do it then. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, do it. Who do you
Okay,
want?
let's
Who do you
do
want
it.
as your co-driver, me or Doug?
That's a tough call right there, man.
He just didn't. He just doesn't want to say you
Really putting
to
them
my
on
face.
Really putting them on the spot.
Listen, Doug's stronger, more mechanically inclined.
Really
Smarter.
putting them on the spot.
I'm gonna choose you, Nick. Well, then do it.
Oh man.
Maybe we'll convert old TS to a frickin' full race car.
TS.
The
That'd be cool.
doors ding down, dude.
It does seem like a thing to conquer, like of things that you would want to conquer. KOH is on that list.
So you gonna do it, or
This year, no, I'm not gonna do it. Eventually in my life, yes, I'm gonna do it.
Go out and see it once.
See what it's
Maybe do
like.
it next
I just
time.
heard it's pretty crazy out there, dude.
if Shane Redline can do it? I think you can do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I
He's
think
not
you should
wrong.
just do it. We could just do it.
Here's the thing: financially, I'm not too stable right now due to certain factors.
We're all on shaky ground here.
I'm just screwed financially. There's no doubt about that.
You don't even want to know, dude.
Oh man. So something else that you did? You did this on your own.
Okay.
Because they only invited one of us, but you went to that Can-Am event up in British Columbia. I think that was after the last time we talked.
Oh yeah.
When was that?
Wow. Yeah. No, you
No.
didn't talk about it. You told us about the frickin'
September?
You told us about the last podcast was about the frickin' BF Goodrich trip.
Oh my god.
That was the
really?
last podcast. Now I
been-
remember. It's all coming back to me now.
Way too long.
You told the story about the helicopters, remember? And we were just sitting here listening to you.
Well, I don't want to be really negative, but the BFG trip was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Compared to the
sounds
Can-Am
it's
trip.
pretty neat, dude.
Can-Am trip was really good though, to see how things are operated at a media outlet level, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So all the people that were there were different media outlets, whether they were magazines or web or whatever. And it's just like just to see how it was done was really interesting. So that was like the first one that we've gone on.
What the business is like.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody knows everybody. And that I think that's the first real big takeaway. And obviously, some people knew me. I didn't know anybody, of course. And then Can-Am knew all the people too, which was interesting.
Okay.
And all got hugs, and I didn't get a hug.
Oh, brother.
Way to set you off bad on that.
brother, dude.
Are you sure I didn't tell this story?
I don't think
no,
so.
this
man.
story was not told.
No.
Come on, with me missing
hardly
the
know the
bag
story.
check, and I had to just put all my stuff in a plastic bag. I
thought that
swore
was a
we-
BF Goodrich.
I thought that was BF Goodrich, man.
Was that BFG?
Yeah,
Pretty sure that
dude.
was
I'm
BFG.
losing my mind. That was BFG.
Who is this
a lot
guy,
of
I'm
dude?
lack
losing my mind.
You
So
remember
real
you got
quick-
to the airport and you had a beer, Canadian beer, you drank it, dude, and then you went.
I'm sorry.
Real quick story I got to interject with here related
Okay.
to Nick losing his mind.
Okay,
Just
I like
relative
that.
to the lack of sleep for
Okay.
the last month and a half.
I'm listening.
Second day at Camp Razor. It's towards the end of the day. It's probably 3:00 in the afternoon. This nice person walks up looking to buy a shirt. You know, we're selling shirts and she's looking for a small, and there's a small, you know, right in front of us. And Nick looks down at it and goes, "Oh, that's a 5. That's not what you're looking for." And I said, "You need to sit down."
I literally told him at one point to go in the trailer, the Attitude trailer they were going to give away, and just go sit in the shade.
Yeah.
It was closed. The trailer was not
Unbelievable,
open.
dude. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'm
so-
just losing it. Okay, yeah, so that was not the Can-Am trip, right? Because I had tape over the Polaris logo on my bag. Anyway, so yeah, again, the takeaway there was just simply how it all works. The machine was super fun. It's sort of like an OG Mav, more stable, less width, longer wheelbase, not as aggressive as a power input, but just as fast in a straight line.
Okay.
The throttle's just like more spongy, if
Dampened
that
a
makes
bit.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's within the programming. But yeah, so flew in there into, where did I fly into? Somewhere in British Columbia. So it was 3 flights to get from Michigan to British Columbia, which seems crazy, but there's just a lot of stops along the
Out
way.
there. Yeah, right.
And showed up, met up with a bunch of different people, a couple media outlets. One big one with a guy that I really like. His name's Steven from the Fast Lane Off-Road, and he's a counterpart
Okay,
to
yep.
the Fast Lane truck
Yep.
and the Fast Lane car, which are huge YouTube channels.
Yeah, those guys get down.
Yeah, and the Fast Lane Off-Road channel is growing really quickly. So the content's pretty much exactly like the Fast Lane truck content. But he was really, really nice. And so he recorded some things for me. I recorded some things for him, and we kind of went back and forth and did that amongst the test drive. But yeah, so just flew in, met the people, hung out, got drunk at some random bar. Their main language was French, so it was sort of tough to communicate with
Okay.
them, like jokingly, you know,
Okay.
because I just don't even know how to speak seriously anymore to people. So like most things are just jokes, and it just doesn't go over well.
So then when you throw a little language barrier in there, they're just
most things
it's,
fell flat.
Right,
So
right.
Just really drank my sorrows away. And then, yeah, I went to the Carl Kuster Mountain Park, which is just this sweet mostly snowmobile park in the middle of, I think it's Sicamous, British Columbia.
Okay.
It's just like this giant garage with like a ultra luxury upstairs with like 8 bedrooms or something like that.
Yep.
Really, really cool. Bunch of trails around there. Ripped the machine. I probably shouldn't say everything that happened, but some things happened.
Right.
I'll tell you about that offline,
Offline.
as they say. Anyway, rode both versions of the Maverick Sport. Both were good. Sent the shit out of them on some trails. Just had a really, really nice time. So they took us out for dinner 2 nights. And when we flew back the last night of the trip, because it was a 2-day trip, went to this place in Kelowna, British Columbia, that was like super ritzy. And I guess Kelowna's like got a lot of money. Didn't realize
Okay.
that. It's kind of like a posh version of Grand Rapids, if that makes any sense. There was
Alright.
like Porsches and Aston Martins and stuff all over the place.
Wow,
It's
alright.
pretty cool. And I was getting like $18 Canadian drinks, just going hard, getting drunk.
HK.
Hella HK. And just said some dumb stuff and then left.
That's cool.
Sounds like a pretty good time, dude. Sounds like a pretty cool time.
Would have been
kind
a
of
lot
our-
cooler if you guys were there.
Kind of our style. Show up, get drunk, say dumb things, leave.
Yeah,
That's
it
unfortunately
works
right.
very well for me. I'm good at
a-
doing that.
That's a tough thing that we'll have to work through. You know, when we go to these media events, is like getting everybody on board with understanding that our content, you know, doesn't totally depend, but like to really be true to us and real with what we do, like needs to be at least a couple of us there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Because we're not just showing up and doing the same old,
Yeah, spec sheet.
bland. Right.
Yeah.
Here's the brochure. Do a walk around. That's just not our style. So
Right.
it's not typical to get multiple invites to these types of things, but we'll work on that.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm just simply not going to go if it's just one of us, unless it's like some crazy breakthrough new product. But
Right.
that's got to be 2 people.
It's just not the style.
Yep.
But
Like a Honda Talon.
super cool though.
Honda Talon.
Certainly appreciate being invited.
Oh, yeah.
That's still
So.
badass.
I mean, yeah, Can-Am doesn't really. They're not really down with the blog. Just put it lightly. They're not really down with a lot of people either. It's just a different mentality with those guys. So
Yep. Different style of marketing. Much safer. Played a lot closer to the chest.
yeah, and they make just super high quality stuff.
Yeah.
So they let the machine speak for itself.
Yeah.
Like they don't really have to push it super hard. Not that anybody has to, but like when the X3 came out, it was pretty much a oh shit moment for a lot of people
Right.
because it was that good.
Sucker's dead.
Still is that good, by the way.
Is it?
Ooh.
So what else? You got a couple
Oh.
more things on that list.
Man, yeah. Let's see. Actually, we talked about that one already.
Yeah, let's just cross that one off, Doug.
So yeah, I started to take down some questions earlier. Didn't get very far.
Let's just see what they got right there. You just
So
read them.
somebody asked if we'd be interested in going to Rally on the Rocks.
I would totally go.
Certainly.
I would love to go back there again.
So yeah, so Moab stands out as one of the places I really would want to return to, especially now. With the Turbo S, the bigger tires, the low range,
Right.
easier to drive. Like I definitely would like to get back out there and try some of the more difficult obstacles and
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Those
was-
coyotes would scream out there, dude.
beautiful, beautiful place, man. Like. And it was just such a good combination of like having just nice amenities, a nice place to stay, close to the trails, good weather, beautiful scenery, really, a really cool, unique riding experience. Like, definitely want to go back to Moab.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know when that will be exactly, but
Yeah, I think Rally on the Rocks is sometime in May, and there was a weird time constraint with it last time. What were we doing in May?
In
this year?
May, we were going to go to Mexico.
Yeah, that's why we didn't go. I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Yeah, because when we were in Moab in 2017, I think we only missed Rally on the Rocks by like a week or
week,
something.
yep.
Or
Right?
2, yeah, we were early.
Yep.
So it's in May.
Yep. So
I would go. I don't know that we have to go when there's a lot of people though, because Moab's not really a place where like you can watch people.
gather and
Yeah, like a few places, but not like the whole thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it'd be fun to watch people go up like whatever Hell's Revenge or whatever the hell it's
I
called.
watched Leonardo do it in a freaking wildcat,
no problem.
Yeah.
and it was scary.
There's a lot of stuff we didn't do though, even on the Hell's Revenge trail. Like we didn't do Escalator, we didn't do the the wash tubs, the bathtubs.
The hot
I always
tubs,
forget what the hot
whatever
tubs.
it
I
is,
forget
yeah,
what
the
they're called.
Screw
friggin-
those thing tubs, dude.
Freaking go
me?
inside of it and roll your machine tub, dude.
Definitely,
Ruin everything tub.
definitely want to go back. But yeah, I agree. I mean, I like going to those large events and meeting and talking to a bunch of people, but I don't know that that's always the absolute best way to enjoy the trails themselves. So
No, I don't know. It's not to be disrespectful to our fans, which is certainly not the intent. But like the majority of when we times when we go places, it's vacation for us. So like, I want to rip.
right.
So I mean, if we're going for an event and it's somewhat covered by some sort of facet, like Camp Razor was with the booth, then all right, I'll make time for that. But
yeah, there's only so much vacation time. There's only so much money. So if we make a trip like that, we got to be able to ride
yeah, pretty much ripping.
for sure. Yeah.
Turns out we like
Rip first.
Rip number one, brother.
Is there any other must returns? Maybe for 2019 that are
Drummond
on the list?
Island.
Las Vegas. Oh, Drummond Island, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going for them. We're going out to the Mint. I mean, that's been we've
Oh, yeah.
announced that before.
Yep, Mint 400 definitely happening. That's like one of the best times. In
That
off-road,
contingency
man.
is so good.
Yep. Absolute blast.
That's a real party. Like, that's real crazy. When someone asks, what's Event 400 like? I say this. It's freaking crazy,
But
dude.
what do you mean, though?
But, dude,
Was it
it's
crazy?
freaking crazy. It was crazy in a sense that
It was crazy because we got
everything was
hammered
there.
and swindled into a limo. That was crazy.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so like Mint 400, man, just gonna go out there, and we're not gonna do a booth or anything. We're just gonna chill at contingency and just walk around and
Hang
meet
out.
people and talk to people and hang out. Just have a classic good time on Fremont Street in Vegas.
So we could go down to the Prim and watch the race. That'd be kind of cool because there were
That would
spots where we
be-
were camped out
Yep.
where you could see some pretty good action. So if we could just
Yep.
like take a truck and watch the race, that might be
Right.
kind of fun.
That would be cool. That would be
Let's
cool.
prim it up, dude.
Maybe Shane
Hey.
Redline will end up wanting us to chase it again.
Ooh.
Oh, so we can go for free.
Neat.
I like free.
What other
Free is one of the
questions
best
you got there?
prices.
I
You
like
know what they
that.
say? Freedom isn't free is for folks like you and me.
Girls are going to go this time for sure. So we could hang out, contingency, and then when we go out, do the race. If we do the race, I can just chill at the pool or whatever. It'll work well. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like pretty gritty. But yeah, we're going back to the Mint. So if you see us at the Mint, this is very premature. If you see us, say hi.
Come talk to us.
Because there was some people I heard behind us saying,
Those are the guys from Side by Side. Look how big Leonardo's head is. Freaking huge. See that mole in the back of his head? Unbelievable. Is he growing another head?
so what else are we doing for sure in 2019? It's a little bit of an open slate.
I definitely want to
Yeah.
go back to Drummond Island.
Yeah, that
That
was a
was-
lot of
Drummond
fun.
was a mysterious place. Majestic.
Yep.
Now that we know it's kind of a freedom zone, as you'd call it,
Mhm.
let's take every GD machine that we have and every person we have
talking
in our group, get
RS1.
a giant house.
Mud life. Terp S's.
Yep.
Extra.
RS1.
What
Take
else
it
do
all.
we
Take
have?
the YXZ.
Dually. We're gonna dually down the frickin' trails.
I don't know about that, but
Come on.
We just take everything that we have,
Uh.
get a giant house, split it amongst everybody, and just have like a solid 3-day rager.
yep.
Ragers, dude.
Gosh,
riding
yeah, freaking Grand
and ripping.
Marais happened too.
Grand
We didn't even
Marais.
talk
Which
about
one
that.
was Grand? Oh yeah, Grand
Which
Marais,
one was
dude.
Grand Marais?
That place was. Well,
Edge
you know
cat.
what I came out of that place with, Doug? You know
Don't
what I
know.
came out of that place with.
I don't know either. What?
That I
Say-
love playing ping pong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
what I
God.
came out of that place. Literally went out and bought a ping pong table 2 days after we got back.
We had ping pong
Yep,
wars.
ping pong
Big Grand
wars.
Marais machine.
Like I'm talking sweat dripping.
Yep.
He's gotten a lot
Yelling,
better.
Running. Good.
I'm
He's-
ready for you, by the way.
I'm ready.
Like,
I'm ready. I haven't
maybe-
been playing a lot, but I've been thinking a lot.
oh, that's pretty much the same thing with
I've been
ping
playing
pong.
in my
dude.
mind.
It's a mental game.
But seriously, I'm ready for it, Doug.
All right, I'm into it.
He killed me 2 games. They were
So-
close games, but he killed me.
I like to think I'll rise to the occasion. Love a good match.
What other questions you got there about ping pong?
There's no ping pong related questions, I'm
no,
sure.
No, I'm off the rails on questions. So, let's see here.
Scroll through some of the people's questions.
I think.
There's the people's questions.
What do you guys do for a living?
I tell you what I do, man.
Oh, somebody said an Oldsmobile got buried under the hill in Glamis, and that's why it's called Oldsmobile Hill.
For real?
Really, though?
That's
Really, though?
not verified.
That old guy who told me that story, he seemed
Reliable?
pretty reliable, dude. He seemed pretty reliable.
Let's see. Man, a lot of chatting. Love to see it. It's hard to get to the questions.
As long as you guys are talking amongst each other, having a little dialogue, hey, run it, dude.
Right.
Having a good time.
Right.
It's like an open forum.
So another
for
thing,
questions.
Another thing though, I definitely want to do in 2019, if we can, is get back to the southern part of the country,
Sorry.
the West Virginia, Tennessee.
Oh man, West
Kentucky,
Virginia,
something
dude.
down there.
I had a great time at West Virginia.
It's the happy
Mountain
old McCoy.
Doug,
Mountain Doug,
take me home.
take me home
to the place
to the place
where Doug belongs.
where he belongs here,
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Mountain Dougie.
You were the Mountain Doug then. Wasn't your
I
hair
like
super long?
Doug Denver,
It
bro.
was, gosh, I don't remember. Was it super long?
I don't
It might have
remember.
been.
It was just super long for a long time.
It might have
He's,
been.
it's coming back, by the way.
I could bring
It's
it.
coming back.
I could bring it back
We talked
that.
about this. It's coming back.
for sure.
I will grow my hair out as long as you guys grow your hair out. I'll send it.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, man. So definitely want to get back down there. I don't know if it'll be right back to the same spot because if we're gonna go again, maybe want to try to experience something a little different.
Yep.
Maybe get into something a little tougher, a little more technical. Well, I don't know if that's a wind rock or something like that, but
Right. One of those places down there.
That
In
one
the
was
old
pretty
KY.
amazing, though. It was
No, it
really,
was.
really amazing trail.
It was for
So
sure.
fast, so technical, so good. Ups and downs, and like it was like you were on a roller coaster.
Yep, I could go back there.
Unlimited beef jerky, it was tight.
No problem.
Was there unlimited beef jerky?
I mean, I swear to you, Brian had like 6 bags in his frickin' machine. Every stop. You want some old Trevor? Yeah. Come here.
I didn't poop for a week.
That stuff's really good, man. That stuff's really good.
That stuff's real good,
It's
dude.
good stuff.
Oh gosh. So yeah, man. I mean, the questions are just totally buried here. So we're actually about an hour and 45 minutes in.
Yep.
We should
As
look for
well.
a couple questions
So.
and then send it.
I'm looking, guys. I'm trying.
West Virginia.
Are you going to KOH? We kind of talked about that. Solid. Maybe.
I'll say yes.
Probably. Yeah.
K. Oh.
Itch.
I'm looking, man. We should have probably planned this a little more and asked for questions ahead of time.
That's all right. Well, you guys been real great. Yeah, you guys had to forget.
So somebody was asking about the clutches that we were showing off.
Oh, we hear
That's
that little
dandy
splash in the
off-road.
water, dude.
Yeah, at the Camp Razor. So
Dandy.
yeah,
You guys are gonna like that.
Ruined
in,
everything.
Camp Razor at our booth, we had a Pro 4 primary clutch. It's called an Accelerator primary clutch, and it is Pro 4 is a company that I kind of used to work for, I guess you'd say.
He still works for him.
So a number
Oh, a secret?
a number of years ago, a friend of mine builds these clutches. There's a primary and a secondary. They were developed a number of years back for snowmobiles. Snowmobile drag racing is where they started and then grew into trail riding. I was involved early on, in the design and build of these things when they got started. And he's been super successful with them. And I think we're going to help him bring them to the side-by-side market. So essentially what we had out there was the best primary clutch out there.
I like that.
Those are
Yep.
bold words, and he is
So-
100% confident on those words.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, aftermarket, billet, cool, lots of neat tricks, lots of cool features, super tough, super strong. We're going to be doing some testing with them on side-by-sides here over the next couple of months just to kind of verify everything's good to go for this application, and then we're going to be selling them on our
I
website.
like that.
So if you're a dude that's got, tons of power, you might be interested in that. Or if you're a dude that's tearing up primary clutches for whatever reason, which does happen.
Nick Seuss, you were that guy at one time.
I was that guy one time. And you know what I tell you? That was a rough time in my life.
Yep.
Had we had a,
Pro 4.
Pro for a primary clutch, dude, we would have been HK, no
Wouldn't-
problem, dude.
Wouldn't have been a problem. So yeah, I guess just keep an eye out. We're going to have more information coming on those soon. So very cool.
I forgot about that part of my life. Thank you for bringing that back up. The frickin' destroy clutch life, dude.
It wasn't a great
sorry,
time.
Man.
It sucked. That sucked.
Your machine breaks twice on a ride, and you're like forever scarred.
He was
I
done,
am,
man.
dude. Yeah, because that machine never let me down, and then it let me down twice in a row. That's like... That hurt.
You should just look back and say, well, I did beat the crap out of you for a really
well,
long time.
I did treat you like a frickin' piece of dirt.
A lot of requests to come to Oregon, man, or Oregon.
It's Oregon.
I never remember which
Oregon?
one's right.
I heard that several times when we were in Glamis, actually.
A lot of requests to hit the dunes up there.
They want to piece together some money
Ugh.
and fly us out.
Yeah,
I will go to Oregon.
that trip to Glamis
Pretty much.
broke us.
Put us pretty close to the dirt.
Yeah, we're in recovery mode.
We need some time to come back to life.
Oh gosh, man.
So,
My
yeah.
body's still in shock from the monster. I can't get over that, dude.
Hmm.
Sitting here, even in this room, there's a couple times I just zoned out into a different place.
I need a rehab, bro.
I need like a raspberry friggin' monster, dude.
A monster.
Raspberry monster.
Yeah, Camp Razor cost us a lot. I did some quick mental math. We're going to be over $10,000 into this trip.
Unbelievable. Anyways.
Oh, so we're being asked about Mud Nationals for 2019.
Oh,
yeah, we're going to that.
That's gonna be
Mud Life is going to be so ready for that, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be a definite. So we're gonna hit the mud content pretty hard with Mud Life. I don't
Mud-
know which.
I don't think they
events.
announced that yet, the official Mud Nats, did they?
I think I think they have. It's like at Winderosa Park or something like that. I've seen an announcement.
Is that like
I don't-
Ponderosa? Because Nick Seuss is probably pretty excited.
I love Ponderosa.
Oh my gosh.
Ponderosa / Sizzlers, dude. If you ain't eating there, dude, you ain't right,
Like,
dude.
Nick Seuss
You
knows,
ain't right, brother.
He knows food so well, and he's such a good cook. Like, it blows my mind that he supports Ponderosa.
It's
Dude.
just junk. It's junk food.
It's not junk. You're just picking the wrong things at Ponderosa, dude.
I mean,
Anyway.
It's got a taco bar. How many places you know have a taco bar? Do the math, bro. Boom.
You ever been to Elvira's in Midland?
No.
We should go.
Elvira's? Is there a taco bar there?
Yeah.
Then I will be there.
so yeah, definitely be hitting Mud National event or events. Not exactly sure when.
I think the official one put on
But-
by High Lifter, we are absolutely going to.
Yep. Absolutely, man.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, any additions coming to the side-by-side blog proving grounds? That's a solid maybe.
I mean, yeah, there's an addition coming right now.
We talk a lot about different things. There is a barn currently being built. In fact, yesterday we were out leveling
What
the sand.
hell?
Holes are getting dug tomorrow.
Holes and sand?
Yep, new 40 by 60 going up.
What?
It's gonna be
This is true.
cold storage to start off with,
Uh-huh.
but
Cold storage is better than no storage. Isn't that what they say?
We're currently on the no storage
expansions, expansions are happening.
You know where the storage is right now? Just sitting places. Just park it and leave.
Yeah. Anyway.
A couple questions about the terrible YXZ resale value. Is that really a thing? I feel like the
mean-
resale value's okay on them.
Is
Well,
it
when
though?
you buy one for $12,000, right when they come out,
I mean,
then you're probably not affected by that.
you buy one brand new.
So think about it. You buy it for 20 something. What are those? 21,000. And then now they're down to like
I mean, immediately they drop at the end of the season for that model. They drop down to like a good deal. We'll have them for like 16.9.
Yeah, maybe that's my false sense of okay resale value because the used ones still bring about as much as I paid for mine. So,
yeah, that's a tough one there.
So here's the thing about
if you
that.
sell your stuff for cheap and everybody else does, then you just killed the resale value. So maybe think about that as a community.
I mean,
Right.
did you have
That's-
more to say?
No, it's simply one thing to take away from this is that it's not a YXZ problem. Every machine's got bad resale. And
Yeah, it's
this is simply not an investment.
right.
Yeah.
You're not going to go away from it making
Making
money.
money.
You're
No,
going to
you're
lose thousands of dollars.
You're buying into a new platform at in the infancy of really this sport, and things are moving so quickly and becoming outdated so quickly that you're just going to
It's
take a
rapid,
hit buying new
it's
machines.
Rapid growth. At the end of the day, there's no price on your happiness. So
You can't put a price on fun or happiness.
nope.
So yeah, kind of along those same lines. We got some questions about the 2019 YXZ and what we think about that, and I think we talked about that a bit maybe in the last podcast. But
Haven't driven it.
I think they did some cool stuff, but from a high level, it's still a generation behind in terms of suspension geometry. So
Right.
it's a nice
Yeah, they're like fighting their own war.
evolution. To the previous machine, but it needs a
Solid reboot.
full reboot. Yeah.
Basically, trailing arms is what it needs.
That's the thing, man. Yeah. That is the big thing, I think.
Maybe there'll be like a Japanese battle, Honda.
That's what it's going to be.
Versus
100%.
Yamaha, and they're-
100%.
Cool.
Like neither of them are really that good, but like within each other, they're good. You know what I mean?
I
I
still-
swear Honda's definitely that's their main target is the YXZ.
It's like the car
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
Think about it. None of the
Like,
Japanese
they're not
stuff.
coming out with a machine to compare like with
Yeah.
the next gen, so they're trying to freaking
Yeah, like Honda. What do they have? Right, the NSX. Okay, but before that, nothing
the
compared to a
S2000.
Corvette.
an
It
S2000.
didn't compare.
Friggin' Leonardo in the chat says Ponderosa is the UTV equivalent of the Wildcat.
Odes
Savage.
for me.
I love Wildcats. I said it. If that's what a Ponderosa is, then I love them.
So yeah, anyways.
You ever had
man,
the chicken wings from Ponderosa?
I
You guys
have,
haven't
dude.
lived.
I have. I just don't think they're
They're
good.
edible, is what you might
Okay,
say.
this is chicken tenders from friggin' McDonald's.
We both agreed that was a large mistake.
So yeah, man, I want to rip the 2019 YXZ for sure. I want to drive one, but I think we got a couple buddies now, reasonably close that have them. So maybe we
Right.
get a chance. So actually, Yamaha did reach out and invite me to come out to test drive out west, but it was the week of our race day event,
And
so couldn't make it.
let's get to the real story here.
What
They
was
only
the real-
invited you because someone dropped out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Had we known months in advance, like everybody else,
Could
it could
have
have been right there.
made something work, but yeah,
Classic
it was.
no respect, dude.
We're like D-listers and just made it into the very end. They said, "Hey, you want to fly out tomorrow to come out here?" And I was like,
Right.
I can't really do that.
Hey, you guys have produced more YXZ hits than anybody on YouTube, but you should definitely be last on the list.
No respect, dude. I've seen this before.
It's garbage.
Respect. It's garbage, man. It's garbage.
People don't understand what we do. It's scary.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't understand what we do.
Any mods coming for the RS1? Definitely. We actually have a
Definitely.
stack of parts for that thing, and the last month and a half has just been so crazy busy, with obligations for various events that we haven't got to it. But we've got cool RS1 stuff coming.
We're not done with the RS1. We've only just begun. That machine is still
Yep.
so fun.
I ripped it a little bit yesterday. I didn't
What?
tell you guys, but
Doug's just out in the field ripping RS1.
I had to move it from one spot to another spot, and then I said,
Took the
you know,
longest route
might as
possible.
well just
Give her a little rip.
make a lap or two with her.
It's a good unit.
It is.
It
It
is.
really is.
Imagine that thing on the ice, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Just
dude.
let's-
Mob in the river, dude.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Let's say this too. So this was an idea that I had at Glamis. If the river freezes properly, we will have a group ride out
Yes.
of the river. Then maybe we can parlay that into like a drinking around Doug's fire kind of race day like.
That'd be interesting.
We could meet at like Castaways.
Ooh, that'd
They
be
got
cool.
great steak sandwiches.
Okay, it's the last thing I'm thinking about.
That's the first thing I'm thinking
That's such a fun riding experience, though, and like super unique. And I think, something a lot of people have not done.
Wouldn't that be awesome though?
Yeah.
Have like 30, 40 rigs
Yep.
just mobbing.
about. That's a true definition
Can't get
of
enough of
mobbing
it.
right there.
The more you say it, the more I like it.
People would just be spinning out every corner.
Yep.
That'd be a good time. So
Awesome,
yeah, if
man.
that happens, that's gonna be probably like a mid-January thing.
Yep. Yep.
That's when the ice becomes safe.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a cold winter.
Well, that's one thing to look forward to.
Farmer's Almanac,
though?
bud. I don't know. Yeah, that's
Farmer's Almanac.
gonna be one of those things
Do
where
the
there's not a
math.
lot of notice because we never know when the river's gonna freeze, when it's gonna thaw. It's hit and miss, but
Yeah.
we'll get out there.
Let's cross our fingers, buds.
Yep. So let's see. Mods video for the Blue Ox. I don't know. Maybe.
I would like a sponsored build for the Blue Ox, mostly because truck parts are hella expensive.
Basically, can't afford to do anything with it right now.
Pretty much fill it up with diesel and drive it around.
Somehow, somebody, and it was a commercially owned truck. Somehow, somebody bought a crew cab dually and never put fifth wheel rails or gooseneck hitch in it. Doesn't have any of those things. So, I would like to do that.
Okay.
And
That's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
probably,
7-inch BDS lift kit.
a tune. I'll probably pass on that.
24s, 26s? Think about it.
So
5-inch straight pipe.
hold
That'd
on.
be great going across.
Listen to
5-inch
this.
straight
Just
pipe.
Listen to this.
Mhm.
Someone commented that if we delete the Silverado and it gets caught deleted in California, it's a giant fine.
Like $10,000.
$10,000.
Right.
Are you sick and serious?
Even if it's not registered in that state.
Basically.
Huh, that's
Probably not
kind
going to
of-
delete it.
Kind of a roadblock for us,
Right.
considering its main focus is to take us back to warm places,
Yeah.
Namely California.
mainly California.
I think you can still get, significant gains from a tune, though, that maintains the DPF,
The
DEF
DEF.
nonsense. Right. So maybe we'll look for somebody to help us out with something like that.
Okay, sure.
Put a hitch in it. I don't know what else it really needs,
That's
man.
all it needs,
Nothing.
dude.
I mean, at some point it's going to
Steam
need the
cleaning the
Kellys swapped
inside.
off of it, but
Oh yeah, the Kellys.
What's wrong with the
Dude,
Kellys?
the Kellys didn't work. Like
they were okay. They're
they
not
were
burnt off
no,
yet.
no, dude. They hardly wore, dude.
Did a great job.
Oh, good.
One of
good.
them doesn't hold air very well,
Okay,
but
this
other
is-
than that, Kellys were pro.
He's making stuff up.
I'm not.
Thing held air fine.
No, it didn't. It's doing 50 pounds. It was at 70 when we left. Think about it. Do the math. That's 20.
You actually measured it?
Not great.
Yes. Well, you were in there flicking boogers the whole time. I was checking the tires so we could get there in one piece.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Okay, Leonard. Okay, you.
You mother.
Gosh, man.
Is that it?
I mean,
There's probably unlimited questions.
there's
Unlimited.
questions, but we're 2 hours in now, so
Yeah, that should be good.
how long do we want to go?
I
I'm good with
mean-
this.
Yeah,
So
we don't really have a
We'll come back. another
Moving
time.
forward, we'll just say this: we are planning on putting more time into this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So podcasts will be. I keep calling them podcasts. Live streams will be becoming more frequent.
Yep.
Content will be becoming more frequent.
Yep.
We'll catch up to what we're currently doing. We'll keep pumping stuff out. New products, new shirt designs, more unique editing on the videos because we'll have more time to do that.
Yep.
And that's all coming soon. So stick with us. We haven't plateaued yet.
Yeah, no, the last, couple months, despite being, very tiring and very hectic, have also been inspiring, like we talked about earlier. So
Yep.
we've got plans to ramp this thing up further. And
It's
as
coming.
always, it depends on everybody who's watching, listening, donating, supporting, running
Yeah.
stickers, buying shirts. All you guys are what makes all this happen. So,
So thank you
yep.
and keep doing it.
Big time. Thank you.
And we're just going to keep going. Foot to the floor. Nick's got a new truck to pay for. So
We got lots of big projects coming. We got stuff.
I told him we'd pay
Stuff
for
in
it
the
if
queue,
he
so.
makes himself more available.
Oh, interesting.
I told him no. Anyways, thank you
need you-
guys.
the
Keep
blog needs you
watching.
full
Keep
time.
you
We'll move on.
just keep doing what you're doing, but at a higher rate of doing it. But thank you guys for doing all the stuff that you've been doing. And I really appreciate it. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we wouldn't do this if you guys didn't do what you did. So think about it.
Sounds like a bad DJ from the 90s.
Yeah, next song up right now. You guys are gonna love this. It's called Side by Side Blog. It's gonna be. It's just you're gonna like it. Okay, pound it out, all right.
Yeah, seriously though, we're having an absolute blast. So we're gonna keep her rocking.
Keep on doing.
Keep on keeping on.
You want me to keep going back to the DJ
No,
voice?
I'm good.
Okay. Does not sound like that's in your head, Doc.
All right, guys. So thanks again for
Yep.
everything that
Yep.
you do and for sticking with us.
And until next time.
Oh, I got to figure out how to turn this off.
Forgot, huh?
Amateur level is
Been a long
high.
time.
Okay, bye everybody.
Okay.
Okay, take care. Brush your hair.
Bye.
See you around.